Hey there, guys. Might be too early. Hey there, guys. It's Metro. We're back. Presumably. Indeed, it seems we are. We have returned. Back from the arduous journey that was this weekend. Ready to go. It's August. And as expected, this is a really good month. I'm really looking forward to this month of the trading post. So we're going to head there first. Oh, hey, Cheeks Buddy. Thanks for the great submission. If you guys didn't see, he submitted a really great key. And I think that was... Yeah, it seemed like a lot of people, like, misunderstood. I don't know if that's my fault or what. A lot of comments basically talking about, like, rage quits and stuff, where it's like, that is... I do not look at that as what happened there at all. Like, I could not see that at all. Like, 0% chance do I look at that as a rage quit. But a lot of people suggested it was, so got a lot of good submissions, so keep them coming. A couple more to make this weekend, so. All right, so let's go to the trading post. This is going to be a really good week for this, I think. Or month. The Mog is fire. It's ice, really, but yeah, it's outstanding. I love this. I've been waiting for this transmog for a long time. I think the evoker confused everyone in that video. Yeah, even the commenters, yeah. Pille Marsan, welcome. How you doing? Actually, I keep forgetting. I need to get more consumables real quick, too. So let me do that. And then we'll head over to the trading post. See what they got to offer. It is ice, yes. Fire and ice, brother. I do have the Polearm Sonic Spear. I find it goes well with that set. Let's see. What the fuck? Huh. I don't have many transmogs. I really want to get more transmogs, but it's just so long. I'm doing fine. How about you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. All right. I don't even know how many to buy at this point. I don't think they're going to add any more potions, right? So we can keep stocking up on these. I don't actually know how much these stack to now, but I only recently discovered that a lot of things stack to 1,000. I did not know that. I've not had 1,000 of any material before, I guess. All right, now it is time to head over to the trading post, which, if you guys haven't seen, has the best monthly reward for sure. I've yet to see one better. And then, so I guess what's happening here is trying to like figure out what's going on here. Wow, that looks good on its own. You don't even need the helmet. So the shoulders. Is it the cloak? No, it's not. It's the chest that's putting. Okay. So the chest is putting all those tattoos all over your body, and then there's also a small amount of leg tattoos, I guess. And that's part of that. But the belt alone is fucking sick. It's got a goddamn skull on it, which is so cool. The gloves they like make your hands red. There's no wrists, I guess, or did I already take the wrists off? No, there is no wrists. Interesting. So we have to hide those if we're gonna wear this set. I don't know. It looks a bit silly, but honestly, like, also awesome. It's a little too naked for, I think, some of the races, honestly. But it probably looks great on a female because it covers a little bit more up. Max, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I think they might make a new health potion whenever our health grows even more. You think it will be a new potion? Damn. All right. Well, anyway, let's see what we got here. 500 tender. We've reported. Hope you like this month's collection of new and exotic wares. Oh, I fucking do. What was this fella? Oh, the Trial of Style also going on, yeah.
Here to take a look around.
Let's see what we got. So a bunch of stuff we already have. Spirit of Competition. That's that stupid pet that is fucking atrocious looking. I wouldn't pay 1 tender for that. Actually a quite nice mount. Not really a mount guy, but that's a good one. That's a really nice looking mount. Anyway, James, what's up, buddy? How's your vault? I've yet to open it. We were here first. So I have no idea what this does. Oh. It allows you to transmog your gear wherever you want. Oh, that's... I don't need that. That's a sword. Oh, it's a dagger. Used to be a TCG toy. Really? Wait, did they have transmog when there was a TCG? I didn't even know that. Big vault coming today. Yo, Skytide, thanks again, dude, for that awesome key last week. That's garbage. Crown of Eternal Winter. Yeah, I never liked those. Also garbage. That's kind of fucking cool. I like a large one-handed sword. 400. Let's see. I don't like those at all. Pretty much the same weapon, yeah. We gamed it like always. Yeah, me and you have a lot of success together, I feel like. That ethereal toy is just a transmog guy from the Yak. 10-minute CD can be useful when in an instance. Yeah, it'd be good for like if I was still raiding or something like that. What the hell just happened there? Anyway, Azure Nexus Crest. Okay. These are cheap, so we might get these. I don't really like them though, frankly. That's not bad. A lot of like Nexus looking stuff. Queen's Conservative. Oh, I don't like those at all. This obviously we're buying, so let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. I love the new 50 tender shields. Those shields are fucking amazing. Like they are the best thing that's been on here this whole time. What happened? It's bugged out. Too many people trying to buy the shields.
I'm waiting for you.
Anyway, those are obviously getting purchased. That's 400 we gotta hang on to. God damn it. So I'm not gonna be able to buy them right now, I guess. That's really small. I didn't realize how small that one was gonna be. That's unfortunate. I timed lots of fairly high keys past couple years, and that one felt great with all the mistakes to push through and time it. Yeah, it was like it was almost like a perfect example of why you shouldn't give up, right? It's not even letting me log out while on org. Wow. I like the Alliance one a lot better. I thought I was gonna like the Horde one better, but why is it so fucking small? That's ridiculous. That's disappointing. Looks awesome though. Alright, and we want to buy all these, so. I'm guessing the Horde shield looks bigger on Horde races. I don't think so. Maybe. What's the mount look like? Yeah, there is a mount. I'll show it to you again. Let me buy these. Very satisfactory purchases. Well, there's the mounts from the... What was that? The 15-year anniversary? I don't even know, but they're really nice if you don't have them. Especially this one. I feel like this is a really good mount for any Alliance character. But the mount that I was going on about is somewhere else. There it is. That's really cool. I really like that mount, actually. Hide player. Horde shield is still small for Horde. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I honestly might buy this, but I don't think I will because I'm going to save... Can't you just, like, extend it or something like that? Yeah. Let's gonna extend that just in case next month I don't end up wanting the stuff. But I do really want the class stuff, so we'll see what's there in the future. But that's pretty much it. I don't think I really... Maybe I'll get the bow. The bow's kind of cool. I just like how you have to buy the alabaster mount separately for each faction. Yeah, it's a lot, yeah. Nice color scheme on the cleft hoof. Yeah, I'm gonna freeze it too, just in case. Craig, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Should I get these swords? I kind of want the bow, even though I don't really play Hunter. I don't know. Get this fire sword looking. Fire sword. Oh, that's 400, so that's it. Can't buy the other one now, unfortunately. Alright, well, we spent a lot more than I probably should have, but... Anyway, I wish the swords were 2-handers. Well, that's why I like them, because they're 1-handers, so... I'm good. I watched your video on the leak yesterday, and I think with the new talent and crafting trees... So my prediction for WoW 2, everyone starts at level 1 and Classic again. Oh, you think... No, I don't think they're going to do that, but maybe. I just bought the bow too and only have 2 warlocks. Yeah, it's a cool bow. I actually like the way it looks. All right, hey, that's it for our time at trading post. So let's now get back to we don't have to hard. Hey Reese, what's up, buddy? I hope I am well too. We'll let you know in a couple hours. Cameron, what's up, buddy? How the hell are ya? So honestly, maybe we put that blue stuff on, huh? I gotta make a new like alliance themed transmog now for my paladin. One night in Paris. What's up, buddy? How was your trip? Bright side. Glad to see you, man. It was arduous. I'm gonna tell you that. 16 hours of drive, more like 18 hours of driving across 2 days. That's tough. But I'm back. There and back again. And we gotta do it again in 3 weeks, so stay tuned for that. For my Blood DK, do I go for the Hero Ominous Essence or Haste and Verse BIS Hero Ring? I don't know, whatever you think is better for your character right now. Only thing I'm really looking for is trinkets at this point. Let's see what that looks like though, that blue. I kind of like the helm look, but it just doesn't really go very well with this set. That looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe we'll wear that. Not too shabby. And what about the cloak? I still want to get the actual cloak for that set, but... Is it this one? Yeah, it must be. Nah, it's too blue, too dark. The headpiece looks good though. I quite like those. I don't know, maybe I won't stick with it, but brand new, so let's use it. But yeah, I want to make a set with those new blue pieces and then the new shield for my paladin. All right, here comes the vault. Let's see what we got from our 25 upgraded keys. Hopefully we'll get something good. Nope. All right. So yeah, not taking it. Well, actually, maybe I'll take those. Yeah, I need to take those one way or the other because I can change those into tier. So I guess we'll do that, and then that'll probably be us done with gear for the season. And outside of, I was gonna try to craft the legs, but I think what I am gonna do is I don't know. I just don't want to really spend the money. Getting to a point now where I'm ready to stop spending money. Can I link you my transmog? How? I think that would be exciting because if they make it play like classic, they could possibly unite both communities. Yeah, well, they're definitely not going to do that. Like, I mean, they're not going to like make leveling like required like that, right? I don't think so. What server are you on? Dalaran. Sounds rough. Vacations are great, but the drive there and back can get scary. Oh yeah, so that was not a vacation. That was something else entirely, but anyway, yeah, let's see. I think I'll just take the legs and move on for the season. Fine. We could wiggle out a small upgrade, but I don't think it's really worth spending money on it. I can't really imagine any hard reset. No, yeah, I'm not trying to like shoot down any ideas, but I think there's like a 0% chance that's gonna happen. Oh, that's cool. That's not with the new shield though. Got to get that new shield on there, and then that'll probably look pretty decent. But yeah, I don't really like the sword either. I feel like that's like way too modern looking. But yeah, everything else looks great. Probably look really cool on a human. Let's get that new sword shield on there, and we love that. Hey Metro, how's your day going? Do we know when season 3 is going live? Oh no, we don't even have a PTR for the season 3 yet. Did you buy the transmog guy? Nah, I don't need that. That's pointless. He needs some vitamins. He's a little weird colored, right? Oh, and then we got to get a leg enchant too.
Tierhold has fallen under siege. Eliminate
We never actually got a... Oh, no, we did get one, yeah. What's your favorite Alliance race? It's tough, man. I like a lot of them. I really... Obviously, Human is probably going to be the one I say ultimately is my favorite. But I have to say I really like Dwarf and Night Elf a lot, too. Like, it's just going to depend on what class at that point. We're talking about Paladin, Humans #1. But if we're talking about, like, Warrior, Dwarf's #1. We're talking about Death Knight. I'm really liking Night Elf right now, but I do like the other two. Hunter, obviously I'm gonna go with Night Elf, but Dwarf's fucking cool, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of options. What I don't like is Gnome. I don't like the gnomes at all. And Draenei I wanted to try to like, but I just can't get into it. Too much. Oh, I forgot that was gonna happen again. Need to change the default for that. Do you think the people that do you think that people will play the bosses well this week? No, because they don't ever. Anyway, what key do we get? 25 Uldaman, Tyrannical, and Corporal Spiteful. Is this that really bad Tyrannical week where we had the massive amount of disbands, or was that? I think that was Tyrannical Afflicted, wasn't it? Let me get the sheet up here. I think that was later in the season. Had to be, because it certainly wasn't. This is only the second reset, right? Hey Nord, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I'm gonna swap to Alliance soon, but I'm still not choosing which race. Yeah, it's tough, man. There's a lot of really, really nice Alliance races. So what is the leg enchant called? I can never remember the name of it. I logged in. Fierce. Thank you. I logged in, saw my 443 monk get tokens. I got 415 Holy Pally. I got a weird helm upgrade. I just logged out and discussed. Gotcha. Your microphone is popping a lot. I need to close the window, that's why. Be right back. Anyway, Caliban, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Frosted? I think that's the bad or the worst one, right? Fierce is the one we want, right? Yeah, stamina. Okay. 2.2k, that's a lot. Birthday today and have the whole week off. Well, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Congratulations on the birthday. Hope you have a good week. What are you going to do? Anything? Any plans? Congrats on living another year. That's a big grats, yeah. It adds up, those years. Okay. So that is it. Officially done. 446, done with gearing. I don't really care to spend any more money on this season at this point. How's the vault? I got 450 shoulders. Yeah, I got a 457 leg upgrade. That was my last non-max item level piece that wasn't just because of crafting. Or a trinket, I guess, yeah. So hopefully we'll get this trinket in the vault at some point, but otherwise nothing really going on. Jaden, yo, wish I could play. Internet has been out for 2 days due to a storm in Missouri. Oh wow, storms, huh? Spooky. I'm glad that you're alright, hopefully. Alright, so Tyrannical, it's just going to be 24, so we're going to get to the point now where probably this week we're going to have to start thinking about playing alts or something. Yeah, 0 keys listed right now that are in the range I need them on, so we'll have to wait. Not much that we can do, right? Fucking rip that key, let's go. Dang grats. I saw a player with 450 shoulders yesterday and assumed he was hacking. What the hell? What's that from the last boss? Oh, you know what we definitely need to do? Go next. We're gonna have a long time before our first key, I'd imagine. Last 2 bosses get you. I feel like there's little people doing 20s in general. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't done anything lower than 24 in a while, really, but I guess not 23. We've seen a lot of 23s, but... Oh, I always go to the wrong place. We go here. I think I'm just gonna set... I just need to set my hearth here. I don't know, though. I don't really want to. I probably should. Back to Nax we go. Thing is, if we set the hearth, we need to like commit to just farming the trash and not actually killing the bosses. I don't know though, that outer ring, will it respawn if you've killed all the bosses? I don't know how that fully works. You can buy a ring from the JC vendor to give you $1 on hearth. Oh, really? To this $1 on? Datmiran, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I thought that hearth was from the Shadowmourne questline or something. Hi, Jerks, what's up, buddy? Been watching your vids recently, pretty funny stuff. Do you party up with people? I mean, I will, and I do play with other people from the stream, but not like, I don't like go out of my way to do it or anything. Nope, it's from a vendor. Okay, what's the name of it, do you know? Did we end up finding why that healer left at 12 now? Nope. Maybe he'll come forward at some point if the video gets like enough traction or something like that, or if it gets sent to him. I have no idea. No, but we had here, you know what? Actually, let's take a look at that because that's like definitely the best possible reason. Not really too many listed, frankly. A lot of people were just kind of assuming somebody was trolling, which I really don't think. Just guessing. Anyway, Trial of Style is this week? Yeah. There's new stuff for that too, right? Here it is right here. I think the guy says he sees the wipe announced in chat by his DBM, and for some reason he believes that he is doing that if he is doing a Mythic Plus, it should say Dargol the Underking 12 in the chat. So he believes it might be Mythic 0, and while he is checking the zone he is in, just to discover that it does not say that he is in a Mythic Plus, but only in a Mythic dungeon, the tank quickly pulls. Obviously in hopes of tricking him, but he is too smart for that and will not give these guys the satisfaction of finishing their Mythic 0 for them. So he smartly leaves. I think it's actually the case. I think that's probably what it is. Maybe he like just installed DBM and that was the first time they wiped ever. Like he wiped with it. Tiffany Cartier, let's see. Is she in this $1 round? Wait, do you have to buy it or do you have to get something for it? This. It's just designs. I don't know what I'm missing here. Oh, it's not even sold by her. Is that what you're saying? Okay, well, let's just go back. That's fine. Lockvolt. Thanks, what's up, buddy? Welcome. How you doing, man? It's not crafted. It costs 8k gold. All right, let's go buy it. There was a next page. Oh, was there? I didn't even see that. What the hell's up here? This was here in Wrath? I don't remember ever seeing that. Yeah, oh, it wasn't actually her. Okay. Band of the Kirin Tor, it's called. Oh, yeah, I remember these now. kind of expensive. The main reason we're coming out here is to try to farm money, really, at this point, so. But I guess we'll make that back pretty quick. Worth having either way. So what's gonna happen to these sparks if I don't spend them? Will they just become useless? Time to grind alts? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you mean like because there's so few keys? Yeah, we might be thinking about it. This is a good week forward, frankly. Like tyrannical week, and now we're getting to a point where it's like gonna be pretty hard to get keys at all. So we'll see how this week goes. I should be here for all 4 days. I'm still about 50-50 on Friday. I have some things I need to do this weekend, so hopefully I'll be able to get the stream in. I'm gonna have to be off by like 2:30 one way or the other. But I'm thinking I should be able to get it in. We'll see though. It's a lot of money. But we can use it, I guess.
Be careful.
And I guess we get an achievement for some reason. Seems like there's just no high keys. Well, yeah, there's very few. But it just, the servers just came up, so it's all good. We'll wait. I finally feel like my character is like deserves to be invited to these keys though now, so that's gonna be nice. The higher you get, the harder it becomes if you're not a meta class. Yeah, that's true, but as a tank, it's a little bit easier, a little bit more wiggle room. People are more willing to invite a tank, I think. I don't know if you know who the tank Yoda is, but he was doing 28s last week on his 425 blood DK. Nope. I'm shocked it's taking so long for you to join a group. Oh, well, there's just not many keys listed, so it's not really that surprising. Definitely no instant invites as like a non-meta tank. I'd never see that. My healers are Mistweaver and Holy Priest, so it's hard getting invites. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we try Holy Pal. I don't know. I really just want to level another, or I just want to play another Death Knight, but I also kind of want to try Holy Pally. I'm around with the Blood DK buddy. The 10% buff is noticeable. Do you feel the same way? It's hard to tell, honestly, because of the Evoker situation. I don't know what this is. This is not... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a different key altogether. But I did like 127k or something like that in the 25 Brackenhide, but that was with Evoker, so... Wait, those are all the 25s on a Finder? Is this a bad key for N8? Yeah, I mean, the servers literally just came up 25 minutes ago, so... It's a bad time, no doubt. Mage or Warlock for my alt? Neither. The Holy Pally rework is interesting. Changes a few ways.
Metro, what do you think
Sweet.
is the best healer for Mythic Plus? Blood Death Knight.
Thanks a lot for 6 months of contribution. I got burned this season. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun than the previous season, that's for sure. Hardex with somebody welcome. Holy Pally with double Holy Shock feels great. Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely want to try it, but I just don't know if I want to actually like stream it, like play it for a full.
What to do?
Just took a look at Warcraft logs, and it's mostly Holy Pallies. Yeah, Holy Pallies and Bears, right? I love Warlock this expansion. I played all the other specs at one time or another. Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't realize you can grip those mobs. You gonna try to get tier 6? Tier 3, you mean? No, no tier 3. What else? Mage and Lock both strong in Raid and Mythic Plus, but Mage is a bit stronger in both and will get invited more often. Yeah, I think Mage is definitely a more meta pick, but doesn't necessarily mean you should play it. I mean, Holy Pally from vanilla to WoD. I like playing it I started playing it again and I like it. Oh, cool. I did the same thing. I mained it from the end of vanilla until, yeah, middle of Legion, kind of beginning of Legion. I think playing an alt DK while trying to push as high as you can with low eye level would be good and enjoyable to watch. I agree, yeah. I think it'd be fun to do as well. Whereas I don't really think I will enjoy Holy Pally, even though I might enjoy it like temporarily. I don't think I'll enjoy playing it regularly. Nothing at all. I will say healing this expansion feels toxic. Oh, really? You slowly take damage over a long period of time. Missed my caster Holy Pally from the old days. Oh, really? I mean, they're kind of really not that different.
Desires mean nothing.
The big difference is the fact that they used to have a spell that dealt damage that was a ranged casted spell as well, but it's long gone.
Master's service.
Not really that guy's score. What the fuck? When I see guys like that, it's like, yeah, maybe I should play Holy Pally. Hey, what's up? Dream of Life, welcome. A lot of new names today, welcome. I don't typically enjoy playing a spec when it's like meta, but I've always loved Holy Pally, so. Hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Blaze as well, what's up, my friend? Team busted out Prot Warrior and Hand Shaman for the great push. Oh, yeah. Why? Spell Reflect, I guess? Did it work? I played with a Holy Pally who was 2200, 435, only 1 week of keys, all 22s and 23s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Comfort pick, they came in third. Oh, cool, fair enough. I made a prop pally that I wanted to push keys with. George W. Push is the name. It's a funny name. I'm finding Holy Pally strong rotationally rather than having to rely on CDs. Well, that's why they're so good. Yeah, they have such good burst healing. And that's like, right now, that's like really valuable. But that's why they've always been good alongside Blood DK. Should we just go and clear out all the trash first? Might not be the worst idea. The Glimmer Healing event alone does more than Mistweaver's Enveloping Mist. Oh, yeah. You going to BlizzCon? Oh, God, no. I don't think I'll ever go to BlizzCon again. It was a terrible experience last time I went. Done a couple more 24s since last time I watched. We did 25, yeah, as you see. Thanks to SkyTide. We took his 24 Underrot into 25 BH. Which year did you go? 2018, I think it was. The year they announced Diablo Immortal. Terrible experience, just in general. I have 3 major complaints with it. One was, first of all, it's fucking insanely overpriced for what you get there. That's like, I didn't pay for it, luckily. It was free, but I would not fucking pay for it. It's way too much money for the tickets. Second of all, the major complaint I have is the place it's in is far, far, far too big for the setup. Like, to get from one side of the convention to the other takes like 25 minutes. It's like a really long walk. So, you know, on top of the crowds. So if you're trying to actually see a panel from one side of the convention center to the other, you're fucked. Like, you won't make it in time for it to start. And that happened to me, so I was really disappointed with that. On top of that, it's so fucking packed that even if you did make it on time, you probably won't find a seat. And then the final point that I have that is super, like, a huge turnout for me was it was freezing in there. Like, it was probably in the 50s there the whole time in the convention center. That is extremely uncomfortable. Ended up getting, like, sick, like a cold, and yeah, terrible experience all around. I enjoyed going there because I went with some acquaintances who I enjoyed the time spent with. But frankly, the best part of BlizzCon was the parties before it. The actual convention, I won't, like, if I went under those same circumstances that I went last time, I would just stay in the hotel and watch it instead of go to it. Let's see. I'm asking because a dream of mine is to go to at least one. Yeah. Well, I'm not a very, like, I don't really like being in large crowds anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to a Yankees game for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm a huge Yankees fan. It's okay, but I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So that's already, like, oh, and the other thing was, like, to use the bathroom, it was like a 45-minute wait. Like, it took between, like, getting to where you were, getting to the bathroom, using the bathroom, and getting back to where you were, took like 45 minutes. So I missed like a whole convention. You basically, I basically, that was actually where I started doing one meal a day. Because I was like, dude, I can't afford to eat. Like, I can't. It was too expensive. And if I have to use the bathroom after eating, I'm going to miss a whole panel. Like, I can't afford this. This is not worth it. That's the first weekend that I ever did one meal a day. But anyway, yeah, that was, yeah, just a bad experience all around, and I didn't even pay for it, so. I feel so uncomfortable with so many disgusting people. I didn't really, like, have that. That wasn't a thing. Like, I didn't find anybody disgusting or unsightly or anything like that. That wasn't really an issue. Getting sick from going to conventions seems to be the norm. I saw a few people on Twitter say that they were sick after going to Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's not, like, it's a breeding ground anyway, right? And then on top of that, they have it so fucking cold in there that your immune system's gonna have to kick into overdrive just to keep your body stabilized. I always hear about the BO at conventions. I had, yeah, absolutely no problem with that. I was probably like the least physically fit of all the people I spent time with, honestly, especially at that point in my life. What else? I went in 2013 and 2014 and I had a blast. So what did you feel like the things I brought up just didn't happen, or you just ignored them, or what? New York City is a little smelly, but conventions, there's a ton of people just hanging around. That was the other thing. There was like so much of just hanging around that you couldn't really do it because it was, yeah, you basically had to either choose, like, do you want to hang out or do you want to actually watch things at the convention? I would have rather just hang out and just watch the convention on tablet or something like that. Preston, what's up, buddy? The thought, just the thought of it combined with me not wanting to be among that many people. Yeah, that's pretty much where I was at. You have to buy the $900 ticket for separate you from the casuals at BlizzCon. What is that? That didn't happen. You didn't have long lines at the bathroom, really? Well, I guess maybe 2013, and that was a long time ago, so maybe it was. That's hard to believe that. They have VIP tickets, and what does that do? Seeing Metallica live was amazing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we didn't do the concert. I don't even remember who played that year. By what was it? It's Friday and Saturday, right? Whatever the second day. By the second day, I was just like, I actually, me and Sai, like, literally were like, do you want to just, like, not go? Like, we were actually thinking about not even going the second day. What convention are we talking about? BlizzCon, yeah. Early in, receive seating everywhere, drinks, a private bar. Oh, wow. That's probably a waste of money too, though, honestly. A lot of people are gonna buy that, and it's still just gonna be as crowded, probably. I don't know, not for me. I'm like a big like view and experience kind of guy when I'm interested in something. So the best way to do that is just sitting in this chair watching the stream of it. Going to like a baseball game or a basketball game is just like you're gonna view it less. You're not gonna be able to see it as well. You're not gonna be able to hear the commentators. You're not gonna be able to get the full experience that you would get on the television screen. You know what I mean? You'll get a different kind of experience. So if you're really interested in the atmosphere of that, then that's great. But if you're actually interested in hearing what is being said and knowing the information they're giving out, going to the event is always gonna be worse for me. I wanted to dip in my savings for it, but my lady said I would enjoy a stream party with Metro more. Well, I'm not going to be streaming it, obviously, but probably be taking those. Actually, I can't remember how we handled it last year. I got to look. I think what we did was we watched it, and then me and Cop got together and did a live stream after that, so that will probably be how we handle it this year. Hopefully Cop will be back in action by then. Hey there, Metro. Anything good in the vault? Yeah, the vault was very mediocre, but I did get a nice upgrade to the legs. I get that, but I like seeing basketball and baseball in person, but hockey on TV. Yeah, fair enough. Hockey is actually, that's funny, because that's the one that I think I would probably enjoy in person the most. I went to my first like hockey game in like 20 years recently, and it was a really fun experience. Return flights to Cali are like 800 euro. Yeah, and so luckily all of that was paid for. But I can't even imagine how much money it would have cost if I didn't have all that paid for. Have you heard from Cop lately? I did talk to him on Saturday, I think it was. He's not coming back anytime soon, no. I'm praying I get my class trinket tomorrow. Okay, man, let me know if you get it. I've gotten a 447 Rockmora, Shard of Rockmora. 3 weeks in a row. Oh, really? All right, that's the #1 trinket I want, so. Oh, wait, is that... Wait, oh, is that the tank trinket? I can't remember which one's which. You could do a watch companion. Yeah, I probably won't, though, just because I want to watch, like I said, I want to, like, watch it and get, like, fully immersed in the actual watching of it, you know? Did we do this full ring now? No, we didn't do the military quarter yet. Should I jump down and kill the bosses now? I think I will. Do you find yourself getting declined a lot? Not necessarily declined, just not really selected, I guess. I prefer hearing the commentators on hockey, but for basketball, I don't care about them. I go to Bucks games a lot. Oh, cool. Here in Milwaukee, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. I don't, like... For me, like, it was so weird. We went to a baseball game 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and it was like, I can't tell, like, is it a home run or not? The ball was hit, and it's like, without Michael K, like, his initial reaction, I don't know if it's about to be a home run or not, so you gotta, like, wait. It was a really weird experience. I have not experienced that in a long while. Usually off the bat, you'll be able to tell if it's about to be a home run or not based on the commentator's reaction. Experience any DCs since the reset? Like, you mean since this morning? No, we've not had any issues with that. What happened to Cop? His computer, like, completely fried, so he needs to buy a whole new one, and he doesn't have any money to do that. I offered to help him out, but he's too humble. Alright, slow going so far today, unfortunately. But yeah. I think we'll give it today and tomorrow a try, and then if not, maybe we'll go Blood DK alt tomorrow, or Thursday. Maybe we'll just see how today plays out and maybe try it tomorrow. I know you were about the pug life, but do you think to push into 25s would it be easy to find a group? Not at this hour, no, unfortunately not. Like I said, I've already tried. Like, this is not something that I never thought of before. There's just not a lot of people who want to play consistently at 12 o'clock on weekdays, you know? Thank you very much for your videos. I started playing a tank this week, and I came across a video of you showing your buddy back in Shadowlands that tanking isn't as stressful. That's Cop. Yeah, we were just pretty much just talking about that. That's awesome. I'm glad that you found that, and if you have any questions or anything that you need help with, let me know. That's like my favorite series I've ever done. I wish I had more. I wish I had the opportunity to do more of that. I hope when Cop comes back that we can get back to that, because that was definitely my favorite series of videos I've ever made. But unfortunately, it was like at a time in the expansion when I think a lot of people just weren't really that interested in WoW, so I don't think it got a lot of attention at the time. But those are definitely, if you guys have any type of like tank anxiety, you should check that series out. I recently started tanking as well. I love watching your content. Well, sweet man. If you have any questions or need anything from me, just let me know. I'm glad that it's helping people, though. That's all I've ever really wanted to do, is make people laugh and help people learn. The impossible dream. That's really weird looking, right? Or I guess I won't be able to look at it. That was a great series. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and vendor. Bags are pretty much entirely filled. Yo. My friend started Blood DK tank because of you. Oh, that's awesome. That's always cool to hear that. Hope he's enjoying it. If he's not, I will take no responsibility. I don't know. With a 335 druid, how high do you think I can do? 335? I don't know. Sky's the limit, buddy. Give me 435. Yeah. No, you can do anything. Yeah. Gear doesn't really work that way in 5-mans. You'll run into social pressure before you run into characters' inability to play. Did I like vendor something? I should probably just get rid of these at this point. You can do 20s easily? Yeah, I would say there's not really any limit on that. He does like it, sweet. I was shook when I first started tanking. It took a while to get comfy to pug. Ended up making me a better player, though. That's like the dream situation there, yeah. Overcoming that anxiety and not letting it beat you, you know? That's huge. He did say druid. It could be 17s at 335. That's like last expansion, isn't it? I don't know, 335. When would you be 335? $335 would just be dinging fresh, yeah. I guess you're probably right. This one always falls, I don't know why. Hardest part of tanking is the people you pug with. Yeah, I've said it for years. Unfortunately, like the worst part of the game is the community nowadays, so. But it's, you know, something that you can work around and learn from. That's the best thing about WoW in my eyes. It's taught me to be a better person all around. It's like such a great microcosm for life. Yeah, I definitely remember 300 last expansion. I've only just started the Nax farming. Is there a benefit to killing the trash? Yeah, you get the war-torn scraps, which are the thing that are the most needed for people crafting the gear. You need like thousands of them to craft all this stuff. I +2 to 20 and still had DPS complain and flame at the end. Yeah, that's sad. I need to pug less, but everyone I played with in Legion has quit. Yeah, well, you could try to make new friends, but easier said than done. What trinkets do you use? I have 2 trinkets that I don't think are very good myself, but I have Heart of Thunder and the Sustaining Alchemy Stone. Large amounts of versatility, though, which is useful. People are scared of sitting on Discord and stuff because then they don't have the balls to flame you. Oh, yeah. I played D2 all weekend, getting addicted to it again. D2 is such a good game, yeah. But I kind of just like grew out of it. Well, I still like it, but I just don't really have time. Or I guess the Nax. I'm spending so much time at Nax. I make a statement by complimenting the tanks and healers after the key. If they're really good anyway, they think, okay. If they're new, it's a nice little ego boost. Yeah, it's not a bad option at all. Have you done the Mega Dungeon? No. The WoW community is like a pixie dream girl compared to other games. It's not even close. The Dota community is far and away the most toxic. Well, I don't necessarily care about toxicity. I care about like detrimental to progression. That would be like the #1 thing to look at. Those games are PvP, so even if they are detrimental to progression, it's a 50-50 chance that it's going to happen to you or for you, you know? In this game, it's purely PvE, so, well, at least in Mythic Plus, it's purely PvE, so every time you have a negative experience, it's always at your detriment. Which is really unfortunate because, as you see, there's a lot of times in keys where people are so hostile that they end up just harming their own success chances. I think they broke the auctionettes again. I talked to the auctionettes and I DC'd. Now the character is already existing. Oh, maybe that's why there's so few keys. People are having trouble logging on or something. I've gotten really lucky with my guild. I bounced around until I found a group that I enjoy being around. Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you can find a group that you enjoy playing with long term, then that's really helpful. Metro, been trying Blood and Keys recently. What situation would you use Death Coil? None, yeah. No real use case for it. Every once in a while you might throw it out just for some random damage or something. I don't know. Maybe killing an explosive if they still existed. I just have trouble logging on. Hey, Metro, nice haircut. Bliss, long time no see. Yes, you're actually the first person to notice. I got my haircut. But maybe you can't really even see my shoulders very well in the camera. WoW has people that are hard stuck at 2K and gatekeep 11. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm stuck at the loading screen. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you get in. PvP baseline is toxic and salty. Yeah, PvP in like every game. Thank you for the stream. No problem. When are you going to recraft that trinket? Probably never. Yeah, I'm not really going to bother with it. If you go by hair alone, Metro and I are polar opposites. Why? Yours is pink? Hey, Size, what's up, buddy? DC should do at least 50% more damage than Death Coil. Should do at least 50% more damage than Death Strike. For whatever reason, you don't need your RP to heal you. I guess I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah, that would certainly give more depth to the rotation, but I think it would just cause problems with balance. I don't really like that. Like Warrior has that, but I don't think many tanks do. I don't really like that whole thing of like choosing a spell that does purely offense with your resource. I don't really like that at all. Mine is more, well, let's say skin colored. Oh, you have no hair. Is that what you're saying? Is this the Nax stuff you talked about in your video? Yes. Yes, I did talk about it in that video, and this is it. Like you said, it's kind of hard getting groups together in the morning. When I work at night, I'm only working towards 15s, but still. Yeah, 15s, like, certainly, yeah, you can just pug those without much of an issue. He's a baldy boy. Well, that's fine. I actually always wanted to have my head shaved too, but... Game is very buggy right now. I don't know if you noticed it. Might be the reason you can't get in keys. Not for me. Yeah, what's buggy about it? I haven't had any issues other than like not immediately being able to buy a piece that I try to click on from the trading post. What are this week's affixes? Yeah, we haven't even done a key yet. Incorporeal, Spiteful, Tyrannical, so. Can't interact with lots of stuff for me in the city. Oh, really? No issues in the Naxxramas area. I bought some of the auction house in DC. Now I can't log into any tune. A couple of people have reported that, actually. I just got 2 Sophic Depopium for the price of 1. What the hell does that even mean? Is that some kind of crazy typo, or is that something I'd never heard of before?
Turn back while there's still time.
Devotion. Oh, okay. Evening, everyone. It's 17.5 hours here in the UK. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you all did too, yeah. I was in the car for like almost 18 hours across 2 days, so it was an adventure, but we're better for it, right? That's the way you look at it. It's 18:55 here in Denmark. Oh shit. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Just hit 440 with my vault piece. I'm proud now. Oh, sweet grats. Evening was with the What's up, buddy? Welcome. I'm in the UK too, and the weather sucks. Yeah, the weather is just like permanently sucks in the UK, doesn't it? It's like what they're known for. Perfect dinner stream. Let's put it like this. Sweet. You're gonna cut up parts of the stream and imbibe it. It's cold and rainy in Poland. Oh yeah. What are the summers like in Central Europe? I wonder if the majority of your viewers are from the EU. This time is probably more EU friendly. Yeah, it's a good amount of people from the EU, and then like the other half is usually people who are at work and have jobs that they can watch. It's 0056 plus 900 in Reno. It was pretty hot a week or 2 ago. Oh, okay, fair enough. So you get pretty hot summers still, but not necessarily right this moment. Why don't you advertise your own key? I don't really enjoy doing my own key. Bit of a psychological battle that I can't seem to win. Usually doesn't take an hour to get a key though, that's the problem. Australia's cold as hell, 3 a.m. right now. Hope you have a great stream. Oh, I appreciate you saying that, man. Yeah, it's winter now, right, in Australia? Like deep winter. It's about to be spring, actually, isn't it? Or I guess, yeah, it's about to be spring, probably. Germany had lots of rain the past 2 days. Very much appreciate the heat. Oh, yeah. Would you take an augur with you to increase your chances of both of us? What do you mean? If I was doing my own key, would I invite an augmentation evoker? Is that your question? If so, yes. Went to Australian winter, and if I went to Australian winter, I would die of heat. Oh, really? At least you're making the most of the downtime. Yeah, there's like a lot of reason to do this now, so. Can I link a Blood DK talent build for you to rate? What do you mean rate? Party with me is what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to do your key, we can, but otherwise it's just going to make it harder for both of us to get in. My dad's sister lives in Australia. Oh, really? Your aunt? Does Australia even have winter? Apparently it's just super rainy is how it happens out there, yeah. Jimmy Bro Gamer, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Hey, we got invited. Probably gonna get kicked for that druid though, let's see. $3,300 druid tanks. Anyway, is Demon Hunter tank good in High Mythic Plus right now? I have no idea, I haven't played one. Now we get to sit here and wait. What did everybody do this weekend? Anything? Anybody go for a hot air balloon ride or like spelunking or something? Fly an airplane? I watched the UFC. Oh yeah, somebody's got to tell me how to watch UFC after it's over because I did not get to do that. I got home at like fucking 10:15 on Saturday night after traveling for 16 hours in 2 days, and it was like, I'm not watching that. They let me in. Oh, is that you? Sweet. I wrestled the gator. Oh shit. Sat around inside trying not to melt from the heat. Trying to melt at first is what he said. I watched a UFO abduct me. Oh, that was fun. I played World of Warcraft all day because I don't like doing anything else because I'm not a stinky normie. Yeah, I feel you. I went to Brooklyn Sunday for a heavy metal concert. Was it hard to lift? The boxing fight was crazy. Oh, really, boxing? I gambled my life away. Oh, shit. So you now owe your life to some other human? I went hiking and had a panic. Oh, I'm sorry that it wasn't an enjoyable experience. You know, you was insane too. Was that another fight? He owes it to me, Brightside. Oh, shit. I didn't see any combat sports. I'm actually watching the stream from heaven. Oh, wow. Oh, picnic, not panic. Shit, that makes a lot more sense. I was worried that you just, like, you had a sandwich and you were really anxious about the results of eating it, and that's just a spiral from there, you know? Marathon, old school Greek band, sweet. I've seen Chuck Norris kissing a great white shark. Oh yeah, Shark Week, is that over now? He panicked at the picnic. He was attacked by ants. Oh damn. What IO were the ants? 2,400 probably only a low score. There's a lot of them though, so it adds up. We were talking about this the other day. My uncle had a bear at his house, like outside of his house, not inside of it or anything. And we were just kind of joking about it, like nothing actually happened, but he has like 7 cats. And I was like, do you think if the bear tried to like get into the house, would all 7 of the cats band together and try to fend off the bear? And if they did, do you think it would work? What do you think would happen? Because like bears are big, right? Cats are small and nimble. Don't know if a bear could actually even like properly attack a single cat, let alone 7 of them. I think it would work. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah. You think it would eat the cats? How would it get them? Right? Like, they're too fast. They could paw at the bear's face. Ants are weak until they spec into fire. Their CDs are too limited. You think the cats would hide? No, but just theoretically assume that they didn't hide. Bears catch even smaller fish while they jump through the water. Yeah, but that's a fish. Can only move in one direction. Cats can like jump up and down and fucking run around. Lauren, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Bear is pretty big. It might run into walls and doors. That's what I'm saying. Like, they wouldn't be able to navigate the space that the cats are used to navigating either. Bears have some thick skin. Yeah, I wouldn't say that the cat would kill the bear. Just scare it off. Like, just push it away. Bears get scared of much smaller animals all the time. You mean guardian druids, or? If the cats attack, they could mess up the bear. Yeah, I think that would happen. Bear is S tier and feral is F tier, so no matter how many ferals you have, they're still F tier at the end of the day. Yeah, I guess that's a good point, actually.
To arms here, roustabouts. We've got company.
A honey badger would probably scare off a bear. Honey badger, that's interesting.
Turn away while you
Is that a certain flavor of badger that they have now? Do they have like chocolate badger too, or what?
Not before we've had our fun.
Yeah, we did clear out all the trash here. Do you log your keys? Nah. I was just doing it to see what Evoker's contribution was, but I'm done with that now.
Introduce myself.
Perhaps they will cover their senses and run away as fast as they can.
Yeah, and a white chocolate one too. That sounds good. It's a badger that doesn't have the gene to sense fear or something. It will never back down under any circumstances. Really. Honey badgers are fearless. Holy shit. Oh yeah, that was what was that guy's name? Had like a French sounding name. He played for LSU. Trayvon Matthew or something like that. The only thing I've seen take on a bear is a Wolverine, like the comic book character. Yeah. Honey badger don't care about what?
What a bloody waste this is!
I'll take that. Nope. That's unfortunate. Bro, I didn't realize how bastardized honey is in America. Oh yeah, you didn't know about that? Fearless. Like a 300 IO applying to my 23, yeah. Are there there are videos of them fending off lions. Wow. Alright, let's just go and take this. Don't want to make them wait. We'll be back. We gotta fucking clear this out too, but... Alright. This is a good key to start with, considering our success in here last week. A Warlock. Interesting mix up the rigid DPS meta. Well, we played with Warlock last week too, and that was Skytide's key. That was really nice. Was it a big vault? Nah, nothing too crazy, but...
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
The merchant doesn't want that item. Well, that goes for both of us. BH, more like Sky Chad. Oh yeah, is that his name? I had 439 BM Hunter pull, 44k, and a 13. Made me die inside. Damn, I wish you recorded that one. We had some good submissions recently, but nothing like that. I didn't record it, but I do have my logs. Gotcha.
Many farewells.
Congrats on #1 Bloody K on Dollar Run Realm. Thanks, but that's... I'm not really looking at that as much. I was in Corporal. I have yet to do a key, so we'll let you know afterwards. Time to control some undead. Oh yeah, I tried that last week, or last time I was in Corporal, and it just seemed like a waste of time. I always DPS parse in the gray or green, but I try making it up with little deaths or taking unnecessary damage. Yeah, that's smart. I always take it just in case. Never know what pugs may do. Yeah. Probably not a bad idea. Up this, I think. Shouldn't need that this week. Whose key is this? Yeah, not the mages. So I will not be giving that guy lead. I don't know what that's about. Did you miss anything about Shadowlands? Blue D&D, yeah. Alright, cool. What do you use to record your gameplay? OBS, yeah. Well, we can try out the new ring we just got. Daniel, thanks for sub. Almost time to key. Hey, Nick. Long time no see, man. How you been? Why do you always end up in scuff situations? Pugging, right? That's just how it goes. A lot of a lot of inopportune situations in the pugging world. Actually, this ring isn't even really. I shouldn't even bought this. Doesn't really get us very close to Nax. We should just set our hearth to Wormwest. Well, that's what I'm saying. They were gonna kick. I can't remember. Somebody's in the stream who was in that group. They were probably either gonna kick me or him, one way or the other. So, no, thank you. I won't give in to that. Chill. Girlfriend went back home to the States last week, so more time in general on my hands. But I do miss her. Damn. I didn't even notice everyone left. It looked like they were trying to kick either you or me, and they had already given me leads, so they were trying to like trick me into getting kicked, basically. Probably they were trying to kick me, but maybe you, I don't know. I don't know why like lie about it though. We're all in Discord, are you? Because people are still talking in chat. They're trying to kick you for a bear, maybe, yeah. Will you run the D&D slow for Spiteful? No, I don't need. That's not needed. D&D is too important to be using it for that kind of utility anymore. I went to brush my teeth and it fell apart. Yeah. But we're in another one now. Neltharus. Hopefully she'll be able to come and live here in about a year's time. Well, that's awesome, man. Congrats. You guys have a blast. You killed all the bosses now, right? Yeah. Yo, Metro, can I link you up? You've asked this like 3 times, dude. I don't know what you mean by rate, though. I mean, you can, but I'm probably not going to do it because I don't rate. I don't even know what that means. I don't really like look at talents like that. You can just run whatever talents you enjoy, and that's that. Noble birthright pauldrons. Maybe if your blood starts feeling cold, you can press blood boil. Yeah, it's gonna be chilly up here in Nax. Did you guys know that the reason they like here, I'll show you when we get inside here. This is really, really, really weird. I did not know this until recently. Come on. You timed 25 Brackenhide. Yeah, I published it last week, yeah. Okay, so if you ever look at here, you can see it's actually just floating. Oh wait, you have to kill the boss first, I guess. But anyway, after you kill the boss, you can see that you're basically just floating in Winter Spring. And the reason they did that was because apparently it was the only way they can get this breath effect to happen without, like, I don't know why they did it that way, but they basically just made Nax in Winter Spring so they can get this breath effect to make it feel like you're actually in some cold area. But I feel like so few people ever even notice that. They probably don't even think it was worth it. That Brackenhide group was trash, the one that you joined just then. Oh, was it? How do you know? The original Nax trailer takes place in Winter Spring too. Oh wow, really? I don't think I've ever seen that. Let's take a look at that. Is it?
I was cast out by my comrades, exiled,
Oh, yeah.
forced to wander the frozen wastes. But I was not alone. Not entirely. The voice, now my only companion, guided me to my destination. Strange, nightmarish creatures awaited me at the entrance. I felt my blood run cold as Icecrown itself. Inside, I bore witness to horrific acts, demonstrations of power that could be mine for the asking. Terrified, I ran, but did not get far. All too soon, my choice was made. Too late did I realize that such power does not come without a price.
Was that meant to be Kel'Thuzad? I don't think I've ever seen this.
Now, the world will pay a far greater toll. For I have returned.
Yeah, it is Kel'Thuzad.
I am Kel'Thuzad. Your curiosity will be the death of you.
That's weird that they have it set in Winter Spring too, which makes absolutely no sense. Doesn't even make sense, really. Winter Spring was not in, like, they really just fucked their own story up. It's really weird. We were so spoiled today with the cinematics. Yeah, it's crazy how much the FX is said too. Trailers sure have come a long way. Yeah, it's wild, right? Were they trying to simulate Northrend? I guess. Maybe, yeah. I guess. They also showed Nax in a different zone, like it was in above Winter Spring when Kel'Thuzad first went in. Right, yeah. But that doesn't happen in the game or in... Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't... It's just not a thing. You know the fan-made trailer for Nax made by Hurricane? No. Oh, we got Torch of Holy Fire. Nice. If my engine loads, I can show what it looks like around Nax. Oh, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I could have swore I was able to see this last time I was in here. But yeah, you can actually... I don't know. I can't right now, but sometimes you can actually see that you're just in Winter Spring, basically. I swear I've seen that before. I don't know why it's not showing right now. They didn't ruin their story because Nax is a magical flying temple, so it can just fly anywhere. But no, you don't understand the character, I guess. And Kel'Thuzad is already a Lich before Warcraft 3 ends. There's no Naxxramas in Warcraft 3. Like, that's not when that happened. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I tried farming Nax attunement in TBC, but eventually gave up because I found out a large percentage of the people didn't even have the attunement. Oh, really? Like, it was hard to get people to even do it, huh? It was pretty apparent in classic version of this instance. Yeah, maybe that's where I saw it. I have no idea, but I've definitely seen it. I'll just port there, I guess. Can't even get into WoW at the moment. I guess someone spilled a soda on the servers. I heard people were saying it's hard to get in, yeah. Gotta hand it to you, Metro. Your transmog is always on point. I appreciate that.
Jaredin continue to threaten our position here.
I saw that group we listed and PM'd the guy. He said our evoker friend just logged on, but the tank wasn't passing lead back to the maid. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I asked why and they didn't say anything, so it's a little sketchy. But yeah, Nax is such a weird location in WoW, right? It's definitely one of the strangest locations. Hey, Darian, what's up, buddy? Welcome. We have a rep pally, yeah. We have Holy Priest or probably this priest, maybe. This is what it looks like. Are you gonna link something? We probably can't. YouTube don't allow that, but if you send it to me on Discord, I'll look at it. Last dungeon I did, I had a druid not pick hibernate and a DK not pick control undead. Oh, really? I would say you had nobody to do it. I don't know. I tried, like I said, I tried doing this last time, and it was just a complete waste of time because mine is such a long cast. Oh, that's weird. So what, next? It's like right there? That's next there, I guess, right? And that's just Winter Spring? Is that what that is? That doesn't even look like Winter Spring. That's so weird. They can selectively choose parts of one map and copy it onto another. The main room is on the left side. They copy part of the map, yeah. Huh. That's really weird. Why did they do that? So you can see... I can't even understand why they would ever do that. Other than the breath thing, that's the only thing that I know of, but I didn't realize there was all those different maps together. Do I just not have the... Oh, it's here now, that's why. This group is already talking too much and the key has not started. Yeah, it does smell like trouble, but we're an hour and a half into the stream and we haven't started a key yet, so... That moment when you open your box and get a 441 jeweled shark splitter instead of as holy. I like that you put a little note there so when my fucking dumbass reads it, I don't get confused. I appreciate that, Daniel. I think it is so after the boss dies, you can see past the portals and see snow versus the plague lands. Yeah, but why is the plague lands ever there? When do you ever see the plague lands? I don't get it. I love you, Metro. You're awesome. Thanks, buddy. Because they probably copied where the Nax original entrance was, and then later copied in another part of the zone. Oh, okay. I see. So, yeah. Everything but the Winter Spring part is just that normally, right? I don't find Neltharis as easy as everybody says. So many wipes due to badly executed chains. Oh, really? Wipes do that? I've never had any wipes to that. It's a very normal workflow for Blizzard, yeah, sure.
Beware. Intruders! Beware. Where have you come from?
What's he doing? Good luck with the key. Thanks, buddy. Can't believe they kept this stupid fixed combo. Well, they're not gonna get rid of. They're not gonna get rid of a fixed combos in the middle of the season. What? Very difficult to wipe to chains. It's very straightforward after the nerf. Yeah, I don't know how you would even wipe it.
Beware.
Alright, so the next pull is this and the patrol.
3, 2, 1.
What the hell was that? I got hit by that frontal, I guess. Taking the walk through the Plague Mist Ravine and Skullman. Sweet. It's more during the collection of mobs to the chain. Oh yeah, that is hard, no doubt. But if you're not playing a tank, it's kind of out of your control. People die to pulling threat, though. Those people are just idiots. If you do it right, you don't need to do any damage to the enemies. The chains will kill the enemies. Oh, I interrupted nothing.
Beware.
I'll just stun it.
3, 2, 1.
And nobody interrupts the skull, so that's a wipe. Maybe we won't die to this?
Beware.
The worst is when healers don't... Okay, we got that one. The worst is when healers don't heal people. They get the hunter bleed on them and then they just die. Oh yeah. New full transmog set on the shop. Kind of cool looking. Oh yeah. Take a look at it. Is this the affix you need to CC or dispel? You need to CC it, yeah. Sometimes when you heal the bleed, you can out aggro. You can rip aggro off the tank. Oh yeah. Hey guys, what does it mean when you get PI'd? You get a haste buff. Or do you mean like what the phrase PI means? It refers to the spell called Power Infusion. It's a priest spell. What is your basic blood DK rotation? Do things and then death strike.
Beware.
You still pull around chains? Yep. Yeah, I released a video on my thoughts on the chains changes last week. If you guys didn't see it, you can check it out, but TLDR doesn't really change anything in here for me. Thank God bolstering is over. Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite fix as a tank, but it's a lot easier than it used to be. The new set looks amazing. I don't think I can wait until it gets on the trading post. Oh yeah, we'll take a look at it after this. There should be a recording that plays when someone subs. Do things, then Death Strike. I'm still dealing with bolstering at the moment. Oh, like the mobs got bolstered so bad that you fucking got like the week. Like the whole fucking week is still happening. That's crazy. The instance still hasn't been on the great push. I feel like they're avoiding seeing people abuse chains. You're probably right, yeah. We broke our chains in Shadowlands. Yeah, you shouldn't need them now. We're at Pally moment. I don't know how he even pulled through that because I'm pretty sure I taunted. Group's so bad, entangling is still spawning. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, but I was trying to res that guy at the same time, so my mental was split.
Beware.
You pulled so much trash that the mobs are still bolstered even though the week's over, is what I was trying to say. There have been no rotations in this game for like 10 years. Yeah, you talking about as DPS or tank or what? Doesn't really work that way anymore.
Beware.
I came late into the stream. What part of this fight was super nerfed? Yeah. I think the damage the boss does, like, because he does more damage over time, I think that was nerfed. I don't remember. No, we made a video on it though.
Beware.
Meeting, making, miss a 27 field attempt. Gotcha. That makes sense. I feel like this is the easiest fight in there now. It's not that easy, unfortunately, but it's definitely a lot better. It makes me a bit afraid seeing comments about the rotation. Like, what if people still believe that? Well, I mean, I DPS still, right? I don't know exactly what we're talking about right now, but obviously, if you're playing a damage dealer, you're gonna have some kind of DPS rotation. But as a tank and a healer, it's gonna depend more on the situation. I seem to die a lot as Blood DK, and that tells you that I'm a disgrace. Oh, really? I'm not sure I would say that. A lot of things still have rotations. Yeah, I'm sure DPS specs still do. That's my fault. Well, I'm glad he admits it. Healers have the least rotation. Yeah, healers and tanks. You don't like gonna use your spells in a set rotation no matter what. You have to react to the situation. Especially not as like a healer, obviously. Sometimes your rotation is don't press heals. Press DPS spells instead. DPS rotations are never really fixed except for openers. Oh, really?
Beware.
Why did that change? I don't fully get the whole thing, I guess. Thought it was going to be another solo Metro save. A priority list is kind of a rotation. Yeah, I'm not sure I would agree with that, but it's not far. It depends on the spec, right? Yeah. Pally rotation. Do things. See Doctor for Horrible Tunnel. WoW is a proc-based game compared to Final Fantasy, where it's a fixed rotation. Oh, okay. So you're comparing it to another game. That makes sense. I don't have any experience with that myself.
Beware. 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 Beware.
If DPS players tells me they don't have rotation, I'm going to assume that player sucks. That's probably just like a nomenclature issue. It sounds like you guys are talking about the same thing. You're just arguing about what words. Oh wait, water elemental? I thought they got rid of water elementals. See, I'm just gonna drop control undead because it's just like no chance of me actually getting it. Unless the group's like super clueless, I'll never actually get one. Final Fantasy 14 doesn't have relevant dungeon content. He was just talking about DPS rotations. Water Elemental is a proc from a CD now. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Procs every time Icy Veins happens. It's cool.
3, 2, 1.
I don't rotate, I rotisserie. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You spin my head right round when you go down. So that guy's mind controlling that one at least.
Beware.
Alright. This fight makes me laugh when people get hit by the slow-moving lava waves rolling at them. That happens a lot, yeah. In Final Fantasy 14 raids, you just send all. What, like postage? I don't rotate, I just have a secret technique. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think Eldre, you're just talking about the same, like, your definition of rotation is maybe too strict, if anything.
Beware.
I agree with you, but I think the words that are being used are just not being used properly. Don't send all, nobody like spam in their inbox. Yeah, for real. What the fuck kind of comment is that? Oh, and that's it. We're done now. You're done now. Skitty pop. Yes, Final Fantasy, you can do your DPS part of the fight blindfolded. If you deviate and press a wrong button, you are making a mistake. Yeah, so that definitely doesn't happen in WoW, obviously. Man's not hot. Yeah, you remember that? Good old days. I meant sending CDs, but yeah. Where do you send them?
Beware.
Furry isn't really proc based. Oh no. What are this week's affixes? It is incorporeal, spiteful, tyrannical. I'm gonna send you these hands, son. Anyway, I used to have Madison House send me CDs in the 90s. Who's Madison? There has to be something said about coming to his boss purely. It seems to be a big hurdle. Coming to his boss surely. Coming to his boss first. Yeah, but it's just a bad route if you did that. It's the worst, usually the worst. Actually, it's not even the worst boss. The Forge Master guy, that's the bad one. That boss is so fucking easy. People just can't move their characters. How'd you get that release animation? I have no idea. People have been asking me that about that since Shadowlands. That was part of the Covenant. So I don't know if it has something to do with that or what, but it was part of the Nightfade Covenant, so I have no idea why it's still there.
Though I have been perhaps difficult at times, we've always worked together. I am sure you will continue to support my efforts for the betterment of Azeroth.
What kind of priest was that? Dick's priest.
That's all I wanted to see.
Right side, 20 bucks, man. Thank you very much for your generosity. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. This group spends too much time talking before the key? Yeah. It's probably always going to end that way. My pleasure. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy the stream so much, man. I'm glad to have you around. Okay, yeah, whatever. Such a great week last week. It was a good week, but it was a pretty tough week, honestly. I wouldn't really say it was a great week. But it's fortified, so that makes it a great week. Alright, back to searching for keys. Let's go back to Nax and see if the stuff is respawned or however that works. I wonder if ESPN is firing all their NBA talent because they are losing some TV rights. I think that's it, yeah. I think they're losing the playoffs. Last week, this week still in EU, was my first tanking week. Time to 20, so it was pretty successful. It's awesome. Do you ever lose radio score? No, it can't go down. Mark Jackson was awful anyway? Oh, don't say that to me. Wow, that hurts. It hurts the spirit. Mark Jackson was like the reason I loved watching the NBA, dude. Mama, there goes that man. His like fucking phrases are so legendary, dude. When I had the guild, every time we'd have a guild meeting, I'd always talk about like core fundamentals of being a part of the guild. And I'd always use his phrases to like bulletin them or whatever you would say. So like, you know, hand down, man down. You got to help your teammates above yourself. You got to have a selfless approach here for this to work. Mama, there goes that man. You got to go outside the raid and carry yourself with dignity. Don't be spamming trade chat, blah, 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 making a fool out of yourself out in the public. And what was the other one? I can't remember. Anyway, I'd cry if radar score went down. We all would have 0 score probably with the amount of disbands. People would be negative score if you could lose it. Yep. Oh, I guess we're filled. What is this? Under up? I think that would be cool. Reinforce teamwork and punish leavers more. But what would it go down for? That's the question, right? NBA playoffs are all on TNT now? Well, I don't know for sure, but... Have you made any videos about penalties related to raiding from bailing on keys? I would not encourage a penalty, no. That would be the least effective way to handle it. 19 is ELO hell. No one invites me and no one joins my key. Oh, wow, really? Can you share your current setup by chance? Set up what, my talents, you mean? I could show the talents if that's what you want to see. What is the percentage of your key that is suspended? You can take a look at that in the spreadsheet, McPlaya. In the description is my spreadsheet of every run documented with stats for each season. Hey man, just wanted to say I've been loving watching the VODs, especially your dry humor. That's awesome, Mike. I'm glad you enjoy the humor. It's a huge part of the stream. If there was an IO penalty, pugging would be... If there was an IO penalty, pugging would be completely dead. So that would be the least effective way to... Because that would literally... Like, the reason that we have problems is because of pugging. So if there was just a penalty, then nobody would pug. So it would... You know what I mean? Like, that's no longer exists then. Radio IO score is a very flawed system, and it seems that neither Blizzard nor the Radio IO devs care about fixing it. That's the problem. Yep, that's the real problem. Nobody seems to want to improve it. They just leave it as it is, which is unfortunate. They do they did make some nice adjustments by making Tyrannical and Fortified have separate elements, but they should have taken it further and just have every single week have a separate score. Hour 187. We're still on the first boss of Tyrannical Brackenhide. Nobody wants to disband because they'll lose more rating. Well, that's my point. Like, when would you lose score? When the key's over time? If so, then it would just be like you'd never gain score. Because like more keys are not in time than are in time for every player in the planet, right? What do you use to record your gameplay? OBS. League of Legends has a lot of 30-minute games. They have score downgrading, and it works. That's because it's a PvP game, right? Like one player gains score, the loser lose score. It's very different. That's fair, but without a significant drawback to sabotaging, the cycle would never end. So you stream and record at the same time. Yep, I have 2 separate instances of OBS, one for streaming, and I use Streamlabs OBS for streaming, and then OBS regular for recording. Looking forward to this as a fixed combo. As a non-meta melee DPS, my waiting time for an invite to 22 keys will probably double from 2 hours to 4 hours. Wait, there's a bundle in the WoW shop? Oh yeah, I need to check that out. There's no way losing IO would ever be the answer. Yeah, like I said, it would just stop. Like, people would just stop pugging altogether. Nobody would ever pug if you have a chance to go downward. We already have that in WoW with PvP. Yeah, again, it's because it's a PvP game. Like, that's normal in PvP games. But Raider IO score is not some ranking versus the mean. It's ranking against the content. So it doesn't really make sense for it to ever go backwards.
Beware.
How about solo queue for Mythic Plus? Well, like, remove, I don't... No, either way, it won't work, right? They'd have to remove the keystone system. Yeah, it's like, it's basically just pugging at that point. Holy fuck.
Beware.
Maybe if there was a competitive Mythic Plus mode where you queued against different teams. Yeah, I said that when Islands were a thing. Like, that was it right there. They should have made Islands like Mythic Plus pretty much. PvP Islands made like kind of more like Mythic Plus, and that would have been an amazing system. Like, make it hard and have objective-based timer-based objectives, and then also another teams in there with you. But I think one of the big issues with the PvP Islands was that everybody just ignored each other. So that's probably how it would play out in this situation too. But solo queue would only be pugging, so you wouldn't compete against pre-made parties. It would just require like the whole game to be different, so I don't really entertain stuff like that. Ben, thank you for your first super chat. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Okay, well, we won't interrupt any of these. How are people still not bloodlusting the first pull? Yeah, I have no idea. X-Lot, man. 10 pound, I think that is. I appreciate that. I think plus solo queue would be a disaster. Groups would just constantly disband. You just haven't. Yeah, I don't think people like fully thought it through. It would require like an entire rework of Mythic Plus in general to even be possible. You'd have to make it so keystones don't exist, first of all. Ben, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. How'd Neltharians go? Neltharis go? Not well. What if the Bailers had a flag on their name like Assassins? It's just not. Like, those are just not good solutions. What you need to do is just incentivize finishing more keys. That's the #1 way to solve this. These people only leave because they feel like they are not going to get anything from staying, so you need to change that. That's like the first thing you do. Then if the problem still persists, then those people are just assholes, so then you can try to solve that in other ways. Same Ogvoker that left last key. Well, it was over at that point. Solo queue for Mythic Plus, it's a tank DPS and 3 Ogvokers. You just ban instantly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not going to work. I love the profile pic that you have. Sylvanas is my queen. Oh, still? I don't know if Mythic Plus solo queue would be a disaster. I think it would likely kill LFG, like it did with PvP. Yeah, they just have to make like a whole new version of how Mythic Plus works for it to happen. So it's just not something to even consider because they're not ever going to put that much work into something. need its like own rule set for it to even be something to think about. No, it just wouldn't work currently. People would never want a system where like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Class balance is too erratic. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Like this person is flagged for asshat behavior for the week. Yes, and again, like you just can't differentiate between when somebody leaves selfishly and when somebody leaves because everybody agrees to stop. So you would have to change how groups are formed to differentiate between that. And again, that's just something Blizzard's just not going to do because they don't believe pugging is like the right way to play the game, so they're not going to put tons of man hours into making a better system for it. Does someone know what normal Ogvoke or DPS on bosses should be? No, I don't know. Vote to span works in Final Fantasy 14, but it's because they do like a pre-made group finder thing, right? Like you can't choose who you pick and you have to make a group just for that content, right? That's not how Mythic Plus works. Mythic Plus, you can just take anybody in your party, no matter how they got there, and take them into the key. So they would have to change all that for it to work. Which is possible, of course, but it's just not going to happen because Blizzard doesn't care. Like, they don't really look at this as an issue that they need to solve. They could introduce a system. Well, that's what I'm saying. They would have to change how keys are formed. But then I don't know how many times I have to say this. I get why you guys are saying this, but trust me, I've been having this conversation now for like 6 years. It's not happening. Blizzard doesn't care about that. They're not going to put resources into it.
3, 2, 1.
Can you please link your talents? I mean, not in the middle of a key, one way or the other, but you can go to Raider.io if you want to see them. They're also on the screen, but it's hard to see with the chat. Just give a currency that will make the key not deplete when you complete a key. Yeah, that's 1/3 of my solution. Maybe I'll make I've been talking about making a video on this for like fucking years now. I need to just get around and do it. Blizzard sees the current system as fine. Yep. Not only like they don't necessarily see it as one way or the other, they just don't care. Like it's not, pugging is not a system to them. It's a like you're doing it wrong, but you can do it that way. That's how they look at it. So they're not ever going to change, like unless somehow you like completely like force them to care about it. I guess you could try, but giving a currency to not have played a key won't change anything. No, so yeah, you haven't given that a lot of thought, I guess. So basically what would happen was like when you finish a key, you get a currency that you can use for your own key. So what this would do is it would encourage people to join your key just to finish it so they can upgrade their key, you know, so they can get something for their key, which then they would do later. People already do this, like, so we already know it works. People already do this with those, reroll groups. You ever see those groups that are listing the key like come reroll your key kind of thing? So that it's already working. Like the system that's currently there to reroll your key can just be adopted for protecting your key as well. I guess maybe there are less people pugging for it that have established groups. Give a currency that allows you to buy a key that would make pushing your own key less risky. Yeah, so I outlined it in the past, but like basically 3 things. A small amount of currency for re-rolling your key, which is already in the game, so I don't know how that would go over, but a small amount of currency for re-rolling, a medium amount for protecting, so it has a charge that can be used and not go down, and then a large amount of currency for upgrading your key, which is always the hot topic, but I do think it would be needed to make the system foolproof. Because then you would definitely have people joining other keys just to farm out completions so their own key could go up. But either way, I'm good with just the first 2 if needed.
Beware.
It's the same way they don't really care about raid pugging too. They look at it in a way you're doing raiding with the pre-made. Right, like look at Raid Finder, right? Like Raid Finder got its own difficulty. Instead of them putting a system like Raid Finder in for Mythic, they just made it its own difficulty. That's how little they think of people doing the game that way, you know what I mean? So if they ever did a solo queue for Mythic Plus, it would be like that. You'd only be able to do like a 2 or something like that. You'd never be able to do a full like 25 on it. It's just not ever gonna work. Yeah, I'm not married to any way of, like, yeah, maybe upgrade it back to where you would have started for the week. I think that was Faxy's amendment, and you like that idea or something. I'm fine with that. Make it so it just, like, if you key started at a 25, then you can make it so it goes back to a 25 with that system. Hey, Gia, welcome. If you play LFR, you'll see how bad people are. Right, that's my point. Just make it so your key can never go lower than what you got out of the vault. Yeah, that's I like that. Good compromise there.
3, 2, 1.
Or just keep it simple and not deplete keys. Well, that would keep it simple, you're right, but there's a reason that they have depletes in at this point, so they must believe it's working. Because obviously they would have removed it if they didn't. So I don't think that's on the table. You gotta think of this from a standpoint of development, like not just what you want, you know? There's a reason that these things are in the game, so they must want them. I can't necessarily see a great reason for having depleted keys in the game anymore, but it is in the game, so there must be a reason for it. I guess that's me.
3, 2, 1.
It's a hot topic, probably why something should change versus standing pat. Well, that would be the opposite from Blizzard. They're not going to just change something if they don't think it would work. Makes it more time consuming. Yeah, it makes it harder to progress quickly, yeah. The only reason people try to only get meta specs in a run is because they are scared to deplete a key. That's not true at all. That's completely false. I promise you, when challenge modes were still a thing, people did not just like invite random DPS to keys into groups. If it makes you feel better, Metro, I've been taking more Blitty Ks. Oh, sweet. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make me feel better, but I'm glad that you're finding success alongside them. Have you experienced really bad toxicity in keys? Not necessarily that bad, honestly. It's usually just selfish behavior, not necessarily like fighting. There's been a couple bad ones this season, but people mainly just want to have the easiest time upgrading their key. Yep. It's because they want the highest success rate compared to their effort. That won't change no matter what the outcome of failure is. That's just how people play video games nowadays. I love the 2 DPS specs and keys. I feel like people who complain about meta specs getting invited also only invite meta 2. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like, and nobody's really going to invite a bad comp, right? Would you ever do it? I don't know. I think a lot of people have like taken the odd approach to that though, where they say like, well, it's Blizzard's fault that I have to play this way. It's like, not necessarily their fault. It's not necessarily not their fault, but you're still choosing to play this way in a video game that you're supposed to be prioritizing fun in. But most people just don't. They prioritize success. And that is what meta is. So that will always exist no matter what. Even if everything's perfectly balanced, people will then just pick whatever the best utility specs are. Probably gonna die here. You gonna dispel me? No. For some people, success is fun. It is, but if you're complaining about how you earn that success, then you're not really having fun at that point. Did you see the graph where people are showing around percent played in a 25? Hunter is 0.3%. Oh, I didn't see that now. You'll never have a... Yeah, people don't understand you can't ever have spec perfectly balanced. No. There will always be Mets. Not necessarily, not if they keep getting traded. I think people are just complaining about the gap between meta specs. Yeah, but that's not abnormal in this game at all. I just called a tank on 17 who pulled 4 groups in Brackenhide and then said we are all bad and left. Can I get banned for that? Not with just like one comment. No, you'd have to do it a lot. If there is like a trail of you doing it like 3 or 4 times or something like that, then yeah, you'll be silenced for that usually. It's about like, I can't remember how Blizzard words it, but there has to be like a history of incident, basically. Like it has to happen more than once. Slight unbalance is better than cut and paste homogenization. Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing. Like you guys who act like it's a bad thing, I don't really get it. Like everybody's so fixated on trying to be the best they can be, so you should want there to be an imbalance so you can play the most overpowered thing. That's what you do with your character as it is, right? Like you try to min-max it, so shouldn't you be embracing the fact that there's some roles and specs that are better than others? I don't know. If you're so worried about min-maxing, then that should be something you like. Because if every spec was the exact same, then it would actually come down to you being good at it instead of just exploiting what is overpowered. This large of a gap is pretty abnormal. I don't know anything about raid, but I wouldn't say it's that abnormal. It's just Ogvoker, like that is the one thing that's really abnormal. I've never seen it where like a spec is like a non-starter, or a dungeon is like a non-starter if you don't have a spec. The other ones are powerful, but they're not so much powerful that you can't do a key without them. Ogvoker is the one. That's the only one that's truly imbalanced. Like, look, we don't have a mage in this group. And we're still going to upgrade this key, no problem. There's a difference between maxing your character and keeping 10 characters geared. Well, I didn't say there wasn't, but that's not what we're talking about. That's up to you if you want to do that. That's up to you. That's not how most people do it. They just re-roll and then gear the character and then catch up. But like if I was really not happy with my progression, then I would just switch to bear, right? Or vengeance maybe, or bear, you know, probably, but there's an option there for me to improve without me getting better at the game. Just switch to something more mathematically powerful, so that's like a good thing.
3, 2, 1.
That got a little messy. Ogvoker caused a massive imbalance for specs since most of them work best with Ogvoker.
Beware.
Yeah, we'll see how they balance things going forward for sure with that class.
Run away, little girl.
Oh, this is really bad. They might wipe her. Oh, 2 more? Jesus Christ. Mage is the most replaceable part of the current meta, yep. Let's kill the fucking boss. Definitely about to die here, or purgatory at least. Whew. That was scary. Oh, we died afterwards. Dreadnoughts made a pretty good video about Og. Just watched it earlier. Sweet. Okay, but you probably have 447 now on Blood DK. How long would it take you to get the same level of gear? I wouldn't be worried about it if I wanted to switch. That's my point. If I was going to switch, it would be because the spec is just inherently stronger than Bear. So, or Bear would just, you know, I'm not really interested in arguing about this. I was just pointing out the fact that, you know, this is a good thing for your average player who wants to improve. Because you can simply just change class, which is not something you can normally do in any other situation where there's competitive nature. You can't fucking change who you are as a golfer, right? If you want to become a better golfer, you just have to get better. You can't switch to Tiger Woods all of a sudden. Gearing right now as fast as it's ever been. Yeah, it's whatever. I don't really care about talking about that. The only reason to switch to Bear is if you're trying to push the highest content. If you enjoy the spec, you are not pushing for a rank 1 title, so there's no reason to switch. I got my pally to 442 in 2 weeks doing Mega Dungeon and spamming 16s. Yeah, it's pretty fast now, one way or the other. There's always going to be a select few classes that are going to be the best for the highest keys. If you want to do this, you want to do the highest keys, you do what's needed, right? That was kind of weird, I didn't pull that. Since we actually have the mind control, let's take it. You don't need to be Bear for the title. You just need to for world first keys, right? Wait, what?
Beware.
Okay, cool. Guess we're done. Tank I do it with has main swapped 3 times this season. Geared them all from scratch in like a week. Yeah, it's not really hard to gear. Anyway, changing class this expansion is easiest. Yes, I agree. Alright, that was a bad key, I guess. I don't know. Kind of got too wrapped up in the discussion. Wasn't really paying attention. I don't know if that was... I think that might have been my death and decay that aggroed that mob. But I was intending to not aggro it, and then it aggroed, and then I was like, well, we don't really want to fight it by itself. What happened? I have no idea, honestly. Wasn't really paying attention at all to the key. Conversation's going like a mile a minute in chat about shit that I don't really know how else I could explain it any better, but... all good. I like how everyone dropped dead apart from Metro. Was there an Exodia type comp for the previous season? Not last season, I wouldn't say no, but in Shadowlands it was really common. There's a popular video that came out this weekend that all the top WoW streamers have been replaying. It's from somebody named Fitcake, and it's him complaining about his whole team having to swap. I got recommended that video. I didn't actually watch it, but again, I have zero, like... people like that are just... they're just hypocrites in my eyes. I don't really have any interest in that conversation. Like we just said, like, it's a good thing. If you want to become better, then you can change your class and become better. If you don't, then just play the game for fun and stop worrying about what competition rank you're at. I don't look at this as a real thing at all, honestly. And like I said, the only actual outlier to me is Evoker. The other two specs are great, I'm sure, but you've seen on this stream we've upgraded keys without them both at times, and it's not bad.
These feathered vipers are known for their aggressive infestations, but this is
He makes good points, but he's also getting the title, not Will First keys, which his group comp would be getting anyway. What does that mean? I watched that video too. Seems like they only care about rank and titles. Right, that's the problem. Hey, Luis, what's up, buddy? Welcome. The guy who made that video is already pushing title range with a full non-meta comp. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just being hypocritical for probably the sake of views, or maybe just, you know, just the sake of getting it off your chest. But one way or the other, it's not a valid criticism, and it's mostly a game 2 situation. Like, it's not really Blizzard's fault. It's mostly a player perception issue. Meaning he would have gotten the same rewards without his team rerolling. Right, exactly. 3140, grats, thanks. We had a big stretch last week, yeah. Crit Cake is a pretty nice guy. I think his point was they hit a survivability wall at 27, and he was surprised he was doing more DPS on his 4-day-old mage than his main warrior. And that's pretty, I think that's pretty normal, yeah. I'm not sure why he would be surprised by that unless he was playing the game for the first season or something. I feel like a lot of people are misunderstanding the video. Oh, really? His biggest complaint was his brand new mage was doing double the damage of his lifelong warrior. I mean, double? Is that really, or are you just saying that like that? Like, I don't know. Either way, I don't really care, unfortunately. I don't think any spec is doing double the damage of another spec. We're at a point during a WoW expansion where people make complaining videos for view baits. Yeah. This is why I think rank 1 titles should be based on spec and not overall. That'd be a cool idea. I find that such a lousy take. Just looking at tanks, only 9 Brewmaster are in the title range, while over 600 bears are in the title range. This is disgusting game balance. It's just the meta. That's my point. Like, people, like, I don't know how many times we could talk about it now at this point. It's not game balance. It's a problem with the players. Go play a Brewmaster if you want to play a Brewmaster. There will always be a fixed meta on the top 0.1%. I mean, they are going to use the best possible comp, even if it means having a 1% advantage. Right, that was my point. Same thing would happen with specs too. Oh, look at this. I had to swap to Feral. I only need 3k for the title. Right, yeah. You could say double if you consider they didn't have Evoker and Priest before. Oh, really? He didn't say double. He said that a 447 warrior is doing the same damage as a 440 mage. Gotcha. That's not really that big of a difference, is it? I just wanted all the bases covered. Battle Res and Lust apart from that, invite away, yeah. I think it's valid to complain about the meta being the way it is when it was way more diverse in the previous season. I don't really think it's valid. What's the point of complaining about it? That's my point. Like, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. There's no real point in complaining about it. It's something that if you want to be the best you can be at, then you should use that. You should use that to your advantage. If not, then stop worrying about it. 10 eye level lower with no BIS gear against a character with max eye level BIS gear is a big difference, is it? IMO, there's been worse metas. People just don't like this one. Yeah, I think you're right, Faxley, 100%. I think it's just taking people by surprise, so they weren't able to adapt to it before it happened, and now they feel like they're behind. Point is, when it trickles down into lower keys, when dumb people think they need the meta comp, well, that's not. How can you fix that? That's not Blizzard's problem. That's just idiots. I used to win stuff in PoE by doing that. Race rewards were class-based, so I just played the least popular class. Oh, gotcha. That's not true. It'd be extremely difficult to get rank 1 for your spec. He was talking about getting the title for the spec, yeah. Wasn't there triple hunter meta? Yep, in Shadowlands people did keys with 3 hunters and that was considered like really successful. Fortified weeks, invite more melee for shorter kicks. The meta doesn't apply to any of us really. Yeah, not at the level I'm at least. The only thing I will say is Evoker. That's the one that I will take in every single key, and if you don't have it, you're just worse off. But we got Demon Hunter here, so, you know, see how it goes. Nah, I forgot to put that on the spreadsheet. The season 3 and 4 of Shadowlands meta was way worse than this, and that's coming from someone who plays Hunter. I got instant invited to every key I signed up for, yeah. And like, yeah, multiple Hunter was like good, like it was fine. At least that's not happening this time. I play the Vulpira meta. I only play classes that can be Vulpira and only invite other Vulpiras. Oh, that's fun. Which is funny because the meta has 0 melee DPS, which means a lot of casts are getting through. I don't know about that because you got a tank and a Holy Pally, right? If you want to see bad, hey Wix, long time no see. Go back to season 1 PvP. Literally every healer was Dix Priest. Oh, really? Actually, you know what? High Priest might be onto something. I think it's just melee players who hate the meta. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're yeah. Melee was always the more popular thing, so. Evoker has good stops too. Do they have a ranged like CD on theirs or no? Also, yeah, speaking of, I have started PvPing in Dix Priest, but apparently they're the worst healer. Been lurking for a bit, we'll jump off now. Alright, Nick, always good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by today. Dix Priests are really good, but you just have to be good. That makes sense. Wait, how do we even aggro that? I don't even think we can. We'll aggro it force. I always invited a rogue because I always considered them the prop pallies of DPS. They have so many cheap shots. Yep. They have a lot of good ways to stop cast, but now a lot of specs have that kind of utility. The talents kind of blurred that line. The only thing they have that's super unique now is Shroud, and that doesn't seem to have any use case this season. Still speaking in terms of PvP, it's terrible, and nobody ever does PvP because it's that bad. Wow, I had no idea it was that bad. Alright, first boss, always a test. Is Shadow hard to master? Do you mean in-game or IRL? IRL, you just kind of stand with your back to the sun, but in-game, I guess it's more complicated, yeah? Oh, in-game, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't played it, sorry. PvP, it doesn't see a lot of new players in a while like it used to. It takes too long to get into it for new players. Yeah, it's not. PvP is like so bad, and everybody talking about meta in PvE. I can't even imagine how bad it must be in PvP. PvP players hate it when their class is insane in PvE because that means they get a nerf at some point. Oh, really? I'll tell those guys to go play the real version of the game. Well, this far into the season, of course, everyone going to arena with low gear versus fully geared. It's a difference of 400k HP. Wow. I'd like to have PI removed, Og balance, and Breath of Eon's 10-second buff from Bursty class is too strong. Gotcha. Shadow sucks when you never see the sun. I totally agree, yeah. It's hard to maximize if you're living in Portland. You prefer seasonal fixes like previous? If the seasonal fixes are going to be shit like Thundering was, then they should just get rid of them. But if they're going to be like Shadowlands, then I'm definitely in favor of them. I never understood why PvP has such a high barrier to entry. Yeah, I don't know anything about it really. Kind of miss Zolgamuks. Yeah, those Shadowlands, the fixes were outstanding. I played my first Ogvoker in Solo Shuffle. Had no idea how the buffs were affecting PvP, but it honestly felt troll. Oh, really? Sorry to hear that. Trolls can't be evokers. Oh, that's actually a good point, yeah. Did you used to play League? Yeah, I used to play League. I played support. I played a lot of Soraka when I first started, but then I started playing like Blitzcrank and I can't even remember all the characters, honestly. Thresh? Yeah, that was the guy I played the most, Thresh. Oh yeah, if you think PvEs complain about meta, high-end PvPers are even worse. I can only imagine, yeah. Support Annie for life, getcha. Thresh Gang. I used to love that guy. That fella. There's probably like a million heroes in that game now, right? You do seem like a Blitz player. Yeah, I love the death grips. Also, a new trading post, a blood troll outfit from completing a journal. I looked at it on a female troll and it cuts off at the ankles. Oh, really? Is that... That's weird. Do DKs have any way to deal with Incorporeal? Yeah, you can mind control them with Control Undead. That's the opposite of what we want to do. The rest of it is awesome. I'm just hoping for it to go all the way down to the feet. Oh, gotcha. It's because they don't often balance PvP, and if they do, it's pretty out of touch often. Also, stuff like rework and augment mid-season is pretty wild. Gotta accept that WoW is a PvE-focused game. Yep. It's pretty easy if you just trace the roots of the game. Like, there wasn't even PvP in the game when the game launched, so you can tell that this was always meant to be. PvP was just meant to accentuate the PvE. They should have never added arenas. That's probably one of the worst mistakes they ever made in this game.
3, 2, 1.
That and flying mounts, I think those two things should have never been added. Have you ever tried to create a push group? Yes. I always find myself PvPing at this time because I lose interest in keys that they don't push high, and I'm just logging on for raids. So besides that, it's PvP. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Plus the transmog sets are pretty neat. Yeah, there's some good transmogs from PvP. That's the one thing that would make me want to try it, but unfortunately it's horrible. I really wish rated battlegrounds were more like more of a thing. I missed the boat when they were like such a big thing in the beginning of Shadowlands. I really wanted to enjoy them then, but unfortunately tanking in the rated battleground was a horrendous experience, so I couldn't enjoy that. Literally just sit there AFK the whole fucking match. I can't do that. How have the keys been so far? Not great, but yeah, still riding that wave of last week's success, so we're still able to get some keys that we do need for score on Tuesdays. It's tyrannical again, so. Problem with raid battlegrounds, you can't get invited if you don't have Glad experience. Oh, really?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, raid battleground sounds like it's a lot more fun than Arena, but there's no other game out there that's like WoW PvP, so people that like it have no alternative. Oh, really? Like no other MMOs? Sarah sent me a message. Oh, that's that thing Faxi was sending me. That's just class frequency, yeah, I see.
Three, two, one.
Unpopular take.
Beware.
Peanut butter and jelly is not a very good combo. What the fuck? Yeah, it's really unpopular, I think. I enjoyed Shadowlands and BFA dungeons more than Dragonflight. I definitely enjoyed Shadowlands dungeons a lot. I wouldn't say BFA dungeons that much, but yeah, really good. Not with that much complexity. The only thing Peanut butter and jelly ever had was SWTOR. Oh, really? Oh, you're not talking about, probably not talking about Peanut butter and jelly. I miss Shadowlands dungeons. They were way better in Dragonflight. I liked them a lot, yeah. I wouldn't say they're way better, but they was definitely the best like set of them. The problem is we don't have the full set now, so we don't really know how they compare. Just got back. How's it been going? Yeah, not great today, but we're having a good time, so that's all that matters. I missed the Hoa the most from Slans. Raffle. I ended up enjoying Bragonite, Azure Vault, and Algathar the most. Yeah, those are good. Those are definitely three of my favorites. Probably like ever.
2, 1.
I wouldn't say they're way better either, but I would say that the best Shadowlands dungeons beat the best Dragonflight dungeons. I would agree with that, yeah. Well, the worst, definitely, I would agree with. But the best, yeah, I guess I would agree with too.
Pay attention, Navaron. I want you to see.
Yeah, they made it so you can't immune that knockback for some reason. Must have been with the patch, I don't know. I need a bowl of faux hungry. Got it. Shadowlands was fun with how many large pulls there were, like Gambit and Mists. Yeah, but there was a lot of dungeons that weren't like that too, right? Like, I can't remember the names of any of the dungeons. The Theater of Pain, Spires of Ascension, Sanguine Depths. Pretty small pulls. I think my favorite challenge dungeon was either Soli's Gambit or Spires of Ascension. I quite like Spires. A lot of people didn't like it, but I think those guys are strange fellas. That mist zone and the other side that pull was awesome until the tank got pecked. Yeah, it was really tough to survive, but it was fun. Especially on tyrannical weeks. Oh, I've already lost it. That was a really bad combo there. Think it might be this one, but I doubt it. People seem to think it is, so that's good. Normally having large packs is a good thing, but not on the other side. It's a good thing if the packs are like pullable. Like there was big packs in there that sometimes they were just too difficult. Yeah, to do kiting, which we'd hate. Stupid kites. I saw a guy kiting a kite is what I almost said. I saw a guy flying a kite at the beach when I went a couple weeks ago, and I was like ready to throw up. I was like, bro, we don't do that here. Just stand still and take it. I have to say, I really like how like every single patch they have like new UI updates. This has been a great expansion feature-wise. The start of the expansion and the end of the expansion are going to be looked at as so different, even though no real crazy systems have changed. Unlike like legendaries and stuff from Legion, there's no real crazy gameplay changes. It's just a bunch of small things that keep getting added, like new talents and small things like that with dragon riding and stuff. Tons of keys disbanded because the tank would do that, but then realized the key owner didn't invite a Night Fate to the group. Ha, yeah, I remember. Oh shit. I remember that. No, we're probably getting another phase here, I'm not sure.
High Mountain itself rises against you.
Let's hope not. Okay, good. I really miss Legion dungeons. Fall to the Warden, Ravenhold, and Darkheart Thicket were so much fun, but still challenging. Oh, really? I did not really like... I like DHT, but definitely did not like Vault, and especially Black Cold. That was fucking awful dungeon to tank with some of the affixes. Good thing about that dungeon is those affixes would not still exist or even cause problems if they did exist, so it's a good thing at least. And that's probably actually one of their worst Mythic Plus they've ever done, actually, now that I think about it. Putting those, like, massive amounts of mobs together when some of the affixes worked the way they did was just so silly. We gotta be closing in on them announcing the next season. Well, probably once the patch comes out, yeah. Which I still don't really have a good estimate on, honestly. What I'm afraid of when it comes to tanking is that I'll mess up for the whole party. Yeah, I get it. That was a big part of the series me and Cop did, was trying to get him over that feeling. The thing is, in Pugs, like, it's just not really gonna happen. Like, you're messing up, but tanks are so resilient now that you'd have to be doing a really high key for it to be an actual issue. And the other thing is, like, your average DPS player is probably gonna mess up far more than you are. So According to the season 3 leak, we are getting what dungeon? What leak? Yeah, seat. Yeah. A time walking Argus raid would give me true anxiety. Oh, why? I'm not sure about that leak. I mean, it's Seizure Browse, but that's disabled for cross-faction currently. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the video. I don't know. I haven't really done any high keys. Last key I did was a 10. Well, so now you'd probably be in like the 15 or 16 range because keys have changed a lot, but yeah, either way, like the likelihood that that happens to you is not going to be high. That's all I can say. You would have to be like absolutely clueless for that to actually occur regularly. And I know everybody who has anxiety doubts their abilities as well, but I promise you that very few people are bad enough for that to happen regularly.
2, 1.
Yeah, you should give it a try. And if you have any questions or need any help, let me know. You could even record the runs and send them to me and we'll take a look and try to help you along the way or something. At some point you will mess up as a tank and wipe the group. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not going to happen regularly. So you shouldn't be fearing it. Like the biggest mistake I made all day was that double pull split up into 2 pulls. And that caused a wipe in the under route, which disbanded the key. And if that happened on like a 10 or whatever level he's doing, nobody would have even noticed it. You know what I mean? That's my point. Like, you're not going to see that actually matter until like many, many hours in. You will most likely laugh at me. I mean, I would be trying to help you, so I definitely wouldn't be laughing at you, but... Hey, Matt, hey, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you again. Unfortunate A-bomb limb? No, that's actually a good thing. Pulling them in makes them have to like run backwards to get to their spots. So it's actually a good thing, because then I could damage them more and cleave off the boss. The new dungeon has a faction-based fight, and it's based on the party leader. That could change. They could change Borealis to be based on the party leader. Yeah, I mean, they certainly could change it, yeah. That boss has eaten me way too many times. Oh no. That series sounds great. I recently leveled a Guardian Druid with the intent of doing Mythic Plus, so we'll definitely check that out. Yeah, if you guys didn't see it, me and Cop, who I promise you has worse tank anxiety than you do, he was like, yeah, just go watch the first 5 minutes of that first episode if you want to hear his story. Like, yeah, like, it was fucking the worst you could possibly ever be. And by the end, he upgraded to 20, so.
3, 2.
Spoiler. There's a spot behind the boss. Yeah, but as a tank, or as a Blood DK, it's just pointless because I can't actually attack him. Better to just run out, I guess. Cop teared up. Yeah, he was pretty emotional. I don't blame him. It was a big moment in his life, honestly. Like I said in the video, like being able to overcome your greatest anxieties is the most liberating feeling you will ever feel in life, usually.
There is no more time. We must strike a dark rule now.
I am sorry, heroes. It appears the treasure you seek will be found on the other end of this beast.
The Tauren believed you were prophesized to seize my hammer. Pathetic. Let them come. Witness the fate of those who stand against one worthy of wielding the power of a
Boss 8 and add and still does no group damage. Well, they nerfed the fuck out of this fight, right? I don't think that's exclusively because of the AUG. My problem is I tend to pull too small. I don't really trust the group. You'll get over that the longer you play. For sure. That's like, that was me in the beginning and now I'm the opposite. Especially now, like tanks are so powerful. If it is anxiety, how do I rid myself of anxiety when my wife calls me? Have a conversation with her, tell her how you feel about it and try to talk it out, I guess. Not really sure that's anxiety, but maybe.
2, 1.
Why is that a serious question? Like, if so, why? Is it because you're worried that she's gonna say something negative to you, or is it because you're worried that she's gonna have bad news for you, or like what is it causing it? One way or the other. It's obviously an interpersonal thing that you two will have to work out, but. Just having some fun? Alright, that's so, yeah.
I am sorry, heroes. I must leave you now. Yet know this. I have witnessed your deeds with pride, and I am sure you will not fail High Mountain in this final hour. Rip them apart!
What's that Mitch Hedberg joke? I don't have a girlfriend, but I just know somebody who would be really mad if she heard me say that. I don't, yeah, but I do know somebody who would be really mad if she heard me say that.
Rip them apart!
Probably really upset is probably what he says. Really unhappy, maybe? Kill the trapper, then we'll get the rest.
Rip them apart!
Haven't done Mythic Plus since Legion. Amazing to see where it's at now. Oh, sweet. Looks like you might time this. Well, the last boss is still a monster, but hopefully.
Rip them apart! Rip them apart!
Three, two,
You sure this isn't Mythic Zero? Wait, is it? Holy fuck, it is. I have to leave. Let's hope there isn't a repeat of that video you posted. I don't think there can be at this level. Maybe though. I don't want a Mythic Zero showing up on my radar IO sheet, so I gotta leave. Horn boss is usually the break point for one of my runs. Yeah, that's a tough fight for sure.
Yes! Try to take the hammer from me! The mountain will not go home!
2, 1.
I am the shaper and porter of this world!
That Mythic joke, that Mythic Zero video was classic. Yeah, that was amazing. You scared me for a second. Oh, you thought I was actually gonna leave? I ain't going anywhere. Imagine that on 24. I don't want to imagine it. Okay, so here's the thing that we were just talking about. See, this spawn right behind the boss. Still didn't break because of landslide, yeah, so... I'm not really sure what happened in that video, but I'm going to say that's definitely a bug. That should not be how it works one way or the other.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones!
1, 2, 1.
Run away, little girl!
4, 3,
Oh, that was a lot of damage.
1.
The might of Kaskarol flows through me! The mountain will gnaw on your bones!
And then we go over here.
Run away, little girl! Hear these and roars at my command!
Oh, what? I didn't hit it. What the fuck? Minimize the game.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones!
3, 2, 1.
Do you use any combat potions? I try to, but I always forget, and they're kind of expensive. So.
Run away, little girl. Run away. The mountain will gnaw on your
4,
bones.
3, 2, 1.
It is time to end this. Your tech is out to get you. Eh.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
3, 2, 1.
Time with sculptures. Is this before this one? I can never remember this one. I think it is.
Hear these
Yeah.
and roars at my command. The mountain will gnaw
Alright,
on
that's
your
pretty much
bones.
it, because I think the fourth set is like, you don't survive it, right? I think there's some bug or something, I can't remember what happens. Maybe it's the fifth set.
4, 3, 2,
Okay, wave.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Beware.
It's not really far enough. Yeah, so it's fine actually.
Run away, little girl. The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Another landslide first. Does the boss's frontal break the wall? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. That's what we were talking about in that video. I don't really understand what happened there.
I am the shaper and folder of this world.
3, 2, 1.
Run away, little girl.
Stun?
4,
Can't stun him.
2, 1.
He don't work like that.
Beware.
What is he talking about?
Run away, little girl.
The frontal has been buggy? Yeah. Good thing you had a battle res. Heh.
2, 1.
I told you this fight's a monster. You don't count your chickens on this fight, that's for sure. Maybe we can solo it though? Oh, yeah, there you go. That's funny. Ironic. And now we're running just white no matter what.
4, 3,
Oh, actually, there's spikes.
1.
Beware.
3, 2, 1.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Stop casting that. Only the evoker did some damage. Yeah, fucking 30k, bro.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Run away, little girl. Run away.
3,
4,
2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Oh no, another ad. Yeah, that's GG. I guess if I just stand still, that's like what you guys are saying there.
Mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Oh, it stunned both of them? I didn't know it worked that way. Try not to get knocked back though, which is gonna be hard. Oh, it just killed me.
I will reforge this world
Okay.
as I see
Good effort.
fit.
Not really, huh? Yeah, the ads cannot be stunned, so. With fourth set of boss has to be dead. Everyone gets killed before the second wall comes up. Yeah, that's what it is. Salty Evoker. Yeah, that was weird. Evoker must have thought it was a 0. Maybe. I bet other tanks are like, those darn blood DKs just don't die. Why not finish the key? Nobody does anymore. Welcome to WoW. Man, I was convinced that was an upgrade. Nah, you gotta always kill the last boss of any tyrannical key. That's always the hard part. People need to actually be mindful of HP bars. Fourth ad and boss HP is equal to or less. You full send boss. Gotcha. Have you tried the mega dungeon? No. So I mean, I don't really even know what to say there. Because we're gonna wipe no matter what, but that guy is probably worth a mention. It finally happened. Legendary acquired. Oh, grats, man. You can get it from any difficulty. Is that right? Higher difficulty gives a higher drop chance. Okay, cool. The quest chain, once you have the legendary, is a slog. Yeah, it's like super, like a legend, like an actual legendary. There hasn't been something like that in the game since fucking long time. Probably, maybe even like Thunder Fury, huh? I don't know. I guess the staff from Firelands was pretty crazy, but I don't really think there was that much like collection outside of actual gameplay. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh no, it does show all the specs. I saw the DK thing, so that's like blood DKs, right? Everything else is so small, it's not even worth showing. Dragon Soul daggers took a while, did they? Just in case that guy shows up on the spreadsheet later. Missed the A in the name. Oh, did I? Good call. Oh, I see. Yeah, good call. Mega Dungeon or Mythic Plus on Mythic Plus is going to be a return to Karazhan hard. I mean, it's going to be hard, yeah. Probably. Well, bad start to the week so far. How's our week 3 looking? Yeah, pretty bad. It's not quite. I read a few cheeky Devastation Evokers joined a 23 that I ran this week. And what? Cheeky means what? Like their buttocks is showing or something? What does that even mean? I get so much fucking junk mail, it's crazy. Oh yeah, we never looked at this. Solemn Watchman's Garb. That's it? What? You guys like that? I guess it's cool if you're a play character or something. But that is terrible, honestly. Such a bad color scheme. Why is it so... like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't like that at all. But maybe it's like a budget version of the... I don't know. I don't like that at all. Oh, you got... wait, what the hell is this? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's only $5? Wait, what? That's actually a great deal. 5 United States dollars. That's it? For 2 transmogs and 200 tender. Wow. That's actually a pretty good deal. The store transmogs have been really bad. Yeah. Me? That outfit is not worth $15. No, it's horrible. It's like a fucking green transmog or something like that. Looks like an extra on Lord of the Rings. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so there. Oh, that was the 2 fucking idiots from the first. Yeah, I see. That makes sense. It's a BFA quest set recolor. Oh god, is it? No wonder why it looks so bad. I don't know, $15 isn't really that much, but it's still not a very good set. Petty mage. Yeah, like imagine being mad about like what? I asked you why you wanted me to give you lead and you didn't answer. What do you think is gonna happen? I'm just gonna give you lead. Good news is though, if you don't want it, you don't gotta buy it. That's not how it works, Faxi. I'm pretty sure I have to just get $15 and shred it if I don't buy it, right? Did he invite you just to say they timed it? I guess so. I don't even remember who they are, but I assume that's them. No idea. A bump in the road in the day that we've had here. I'm still having the sound issue. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully we're good on the sound issue. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. All right, another Brackenhide. I guess we can go to next again. But we won't have long to wait, I'd imagine. Probably by the time we get there, it'll be filled. I don't actually have a way back, I don't think. We have our dollar on hearth, I guess, always. Is there actually a portal to Stormwind in this dollar run too? There probably is, right? Oh. Astros acquiring Verlander from Mets. Man, that's sad. You should do a freehold with 4 DPS. Why? It's more fun. For who? Not gonna be a very long key. Don't think you can kill that first boss without a healer. Or 5 tanks, I guess, more realistically. God, how old is Rich Hill? This guy's been on like 30 teams in his career, probably. 43, wow. Dick Mountain, that's a great nickname. He's 6'5" as well, wow. Okay, let's see if these things are respawned or what's going on here. Yeah, they're there. I never put the other ones on the auction house. I keep forgetting to actually identify the transmog pieces in here. I probably would have the full set by now if I paid attention to that. I gotta start running this on my fire tree characters too. Hopefully the trash has respawned in the outer ring, but I don't think it does. I think it's probably done. If you kill all the bosses, it's probably gone. Do like a full trash clear next week, I think. I don't know though. I kind of want the stuff. Trash used to be tied to certain bosses, but I don't remember for Rathnax. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come back. None of it's here, so that's not great. It's a good way to make money, but I don't know. All right. Should be an easy one. If we can kill the bosses, we upgrade the key. Typically a very easy dungeon. What's the toughest dungeon week in and week out this patch? The toughest dungeon, regardless of the affixes, is what you're asking. Probably Uldaman, I would say. I don't know. It depends, though, because Tyrannical is a real big difference in that key. Halls is really low. Let's just go to the stats, I guess. The least successful is Vortex Pinnacle. Actually, no, it's Naltheris. But that is definitely not the hardest dungeon. People just suck at that dungeon. Maybe Vortex Pinnacle. It's hard to say. The dragon boss is a kneecapper. Oh, yeah. That's a bad thing, right? Not a knee slapper. I guess that would be like a good thing.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
Last boss here is always rough. Yeah. Well, I agree. I guess it is always rough. I don't really feel like it's that hard, but I guess eventually you get to a point where the damage is just not high enough and you really struggle to kill it without the CD trinket or whatever. What I need to do if we're waiting all this time in between keys is update this fucking weak core.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's the point of lusting before the key? I can never remember. They said on Great Push that Totem doesn't scale with 4 or Tyran, and it's just key level. Oh, really? What, that? You didn't expect that, or? I thought it did. Oh, okay, okay. There is no point to lust before the key. You don't get to keep the buff. Well, people do it all the time, so there's obviously a reason to do it. They had a few runs this weekend on 30 that got to that boss, and they just couldn't kill the totem, so geez. Oh yeah, this dungeon actually kind of sucks this week because of this. You can't open the fucking cages. Forgot about that.
Run away, little girl.
We didn't get it open. And we're probably not gonna get it open. Like, there's no way really to go back. Some classes who had lust get a buff when they lust. Oh, okay, maybe. I guess Evoker must be one of them.
Run away, little girl.
I've had moderate success pulling groups away from the cages and having someone stay out of combat. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what are the options here? I don't even know. Sit there and wait for every single mob to die after we kill the pack? That sounds like that's going to be really inefficient. Probably better to just run all the way. I don't even know, though, honestly. Did you know there's a mob in here called Fish Face that gives 5% count? I had no idea. Where is that? On that island over there or some shit? Okay, that guy's gonna run back and get it. That's a good option. Or is he? He was looking like he was gonna. Shadow Melt doesn't even work. I think we gotta get these two before we can move on because they're just so far behind the other ones. Are the cages required? Yeah, they're not even there, you see. They won't spawn until you open 5 of the cages. Oh, so this happened to me the other day too. I wonder if anybody has any thoughts on this. First of all, how many people know about Wawa? And second of all, how many people have had their pretzels? I don't know if it's like famous or what, but we went golfing yesterday and the guy who drove is like, you know, Just letting you guys know, on the way back, I have to stop at Wawa because we were like, "There's no Wawa around here." I have to get pretzels. I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, they're like the best pretzels." I was like, "Oh, I had no idea." Wawa is like 7-Eleven. Well, I know what it is. Yeah, I was just asking if anybody ever had the pretzels. Showed me what is Wawa is life. Is that a thing? Like what? Wawa is a huge chain on the East Coast. They make a lot of good food. I haven't tried the pretzels. Get it. Everything from there is great. Oh, really? Well, there's like Sheets around here, and I would never even consider ordering food from there like it's garbage food. The they had like the made to order place, and it really didn't look that good to me, honestly. But they had a lot of options. Thanksgiving turkey sandwiches during October and November is really good. Oh, really? But yeah, it's weird because there's none here in where I live in Pennsylvania, but we were pretty far east, so Buc-ee's in Texas is better. Oh, okay. I was stationed in Maryland when I was in the military. I stopped at Wawa almost every morning. Anybody have the pretzels? It's mostly near Philly, yeah. We were in the Poconos, so I don't know where they stop and where they start, but there's not one close to us. Is it like way better than Sheets, or is it like similar, or what? We got our first Wegmans here a few years ago. Oh, cool. I've never really had their subs, honestly, but Sheets is a middle to west. We have Sheets here, but Buc-ee's employees will clean your bathroom stall while you're in there. They have the cleanest bathrooms around. What the hell? Sheets is like the deep fried made to order chain versus Wawa is the more dainty, fresh made to order food. What the hell does that mean? No Wawas are here in Utah, damn. There's a lot of Royal Farms around here now. Where are they growing? Jewels? What would a Royal Farm grow? That's weird. Crowns? Scepters? It's the same thing, kind of like Wawa or Sheets. Oh, I get it. It's the name of a place. Of a restaurant or a gas station. They make fried chicken. Oh, that's cool. I'd say Ultimate and Vortex Pinnacle right after for Wawa. You would do those two after going to Wawa? That's interesting.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that's gonna be... We missed our... Everybody interrupted at once, so... Pug interrupt life? Yeah. Oh, twice.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just never gonna actually be able to mind control on myself. I gotta remember to switch back talents. It's a nice idea, but it's just too hard to get the cast off. I'm not gonna have anything up for the next pull, like nothing. Maybe Van Blood will be up by then.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it'll definitely be up. It takes a while to finish. Mr. Brightside Dungeon % Slider. I see the stream boss right now. Is that what you're talking about? Probably. I kind of don't want to go right now. Need this Rotsinger builds. You will address me as stream boss. Thank you very much. Yep, there you go. Narrowly escaped purgatory. I don't think my vengeance can handle pulls like this, so no. On a tyrannical week? I kind of want to just sit on Rune Weapon. I don't really need to though, it's fine. I really should have. I didn't realize how close to that pack was to done. I donated to the stream for Metro, showing us how to send them hands in the mail. Oh man, it's tough to interrupt stuff though when there's this many mobs.
Beware.
He would show us, but he has his hands busy with the mobs. Beware. What, I just kill a mouse? I heard some squeak.
Beware.
Oh, that's bad.
3, 2,
Somehow I don't take too much damage during that. I just can't look. It's killing me. Why? What's wrong? Talking about Wawa and Royal Family makes me miss the Northeast Coast. Oh, yeah. That's bad. Yeah, that's really bad. Keystone Master today on my Holy Pally. First time I ever spent any time healing. Now I have no clue what to do. Far and away exceed my goals. Oh, that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Beware. Beware. Beware.
Damn, it doesn't feel very good on these non-fortified pulls, honestly.
3, 2,
Beware.
Guess these guys weren't here, I think, when we started it, right?
Beware.
I really like the health bar in your UI. Sweet. Well, all of my UI stuff is in the UI video that you can get and download for yourself if you want. It's in the description of the stream.
Beware.
Three, two, one.
Beware.
Not really how you want to start the fight, but we just gotta get moving. This is taking... That was a long stretch of content there. This fight's going well, though, I'd say. Gonna stop those casts a little bit better, but other than that, it's good. Okay, on our way to the mini boss skip time. I don't really understand how you skip this without... Huh. How you doing? They're trying to get too fancy here. You can actually just run by this, right? These guys on their way. Timer looks a little sus. Hey, you mean it's not going to be in time? Probably. That stretch in the middle was very bad. It took way longer than it did last week on Fortified 25, and this is Tyrannical 24. I need a little bit more count though, so. Am I gonna move? Okay. Didn't think I was close enough for that. Okay, that's really bad. Dude, please, boss, move. can always just pull the trash into the boss, but I don't know if that's gonna go well. Not without Bloodlust Sip.
3, 2, 1.
Everything rots away in the end. I control death. Reclaim everything. I will wither this world and eat its bones.
Run away, little girl.
Beware.
The hell is that? Did I do that on purpose? If so, that might have been the key right there. How long is it going to take to respawn? I would have count anyway.
Your corpses will spread the rats.
Yeah, it's needed about another minute. If we didn't have all those deaths in the middle area, it would have been an easy upgrade. It's like at least a 4-minute fight, right? I would say. I almost didn't die there. Yeah, this fight just takes forever. It's only 50% health right now. Well, at least we'll finish it, I hope. Unless we wipe here, which is still very much possible.
3, 2, 1. Be aware. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3,
Yeah, we're about to wipe here. Got 3 battle reses though, so we'll get everybody up who dies. Just kidding, we'll get 3 out of the 4 people up who dies, and then we'll probably wipe a second time. Oh. Alright. Yep. Tyrannical fights. This fucking fix sucks, man. It's crazy. Just demoralizing, honestly. Had such success last week, and now we can't even finish the fucking key. So that's a good place to stop, it feels like. Not a ton of fun right there. So we'll give it another try tomorrow, I think, and then if it doesn't get any better, we will probably switch to an alt. But yeah, at this point, it's pretty unlikely that we'll see much success moving forward on this character, so. We did 3100, which was great, and yeah, maybe we could try to get some 34 or some 24s, but that's wrong. I put it all backwards. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. We will be back tomorrow. Yeah, I put it in wrong there. And hopefully we'll have some better groups, but thanks for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.